We are back for the infamous No Lives podcast. I'm joined today here with FrostyCubez. You guys probably know him a lot if you've been around on the channel for a long time. And really, we're going to be diving in depth with a lot of Black Ops 4 zombies. The thing to start it off with, actually, because we just did this.
Yeah, literally like 10 minutes ago, not even.
Yeah, I'll let you go on about it while I figure everything out.
Okay, so like we were just in the Voyage Easter egg with a third,
Yeah,
with
our
an
buddy
infamous
Infamous Glass.
glass, and we did the whole egg. This was our first like real attempt. We did one like where we got really far. We got to planets,
We
but
were
we
just
weren't like
practicing so I could learn the
we were just
map, though, at that
yeah we
point.
were just practicing and we got really far. So this one we're like okay we're probably gonna do it this run. And we did the whole egg, and we were in boss fight, and we were in stage 5. If you know anything about the stage 5 of the boss fight, it's literally chaos. Like there's like a whole bunch of shit going on. And we got through the first wipe. So the first wipe we got wiped once, all went in Dying Wish. Dalton went down. We were fine. Second wipe, Glaz and Kane went down, and it was just or Catastrophe went down, and it was just me. And I clutched that shit with the Helion, which is why
Yeah,
it's like
we
the
we
best thing.
actually thought that we finished it there, though.
Yeah, we thought we were done there, but the Helion clutched it. Like I spammed the shit out of the eye, and the Helion clutched it. And then third wipe, but man, like second wipe, I guess, because we only completed one wipe. Uh, we all fucking died. So
Yeah.
it was a good run too. I freaking used a Perkaholic, and I lost it, and I'm kind of sad. But whatever, it's fine. Next run, good meme for finishing it next run, 100% on stream. Mark my words. All right.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like I
Because
think Voyage's egg is just
it's the most difficult one.
it's challenging. We thought Blood was the hardest, but no. The Blood has some hard parts, but once you
But
know it, it's not that hard.
overall, it's an easy map. 9
And
is way easier.
same with Voyage. I think Voyage, the steps leading up to it, like there isn't one step that's super challenging. I
Truly.
think.
Yeah, the very end of the boss fight is, I would say the planet step is probably the most challenging, just for the fact of if you don't have a full understanding of it, you're going to screw it up. You are going to
Yeah,
screw
but I
it
think
up.
no, the next time we're definitely gonna get through planets like super quick because we actually know what we're doing now. Um, but the main challenging part is stage 5 of the boss fight. Stage 1, 2, easy clap. Stage 3 wasn't hard, but we took a bit too long on it because oh yeah, next run we're using I'm gonna use a Hades as well, so we're gonna have two Hades because I didn't even use my Mog like once during the thing.
You mean your
And
launcher?
no, I use my long. I'm gonna because I have meal kick, so I'm
Oh,
gonna run
okay.
my Hades, my Kraken, and then my uh launcher. So yeah, we're gonna do that. But stage 3 we just took a little too long because we didn't have the damage done because it was just one person spamming the boss. But stage 4 was pretty easy for us, I think. Stage 4 wasn't hard. We just spammed the shit out of the boss, and stage 5 was just the hard one. So we should be good on next run. Next run we probably will complete.
I just feel that, in all honesty, Voyage is one of those maps that it's challenging.
I think Void is one of those maps that makes you a better zombies player. It's like Varrook's back in the old days.
Dude,
One
Varrook back in
fucking
the
map.
old days, it was one of the maps that was just, if you're good at it, it was pretty crazy, and if you were bad at it, it wasn't like people understood why.
Yeah.
Because it's
And like
just one of those maps that isn't easy, that you're not going to be
I
able to
said that
just
when the
get
game
through
came out.
everything.
I said when the game came out, I called it. I said, what I'm gonna play 9 to have fun, Blood to relive old memories and have fun and do the Easter egg and shit.
Yeah, Blood
Classified
is
when I'm
that
bored.
map that we're good at, to the
Yeah.
point where it's fun and we can do the egg and do high rounds, and I feel Blood is really going to be the map that we're going to base a lot of our challenges off of, for the pure
Yeah.
fact of it's just one of the most fun maps. We could do custom zombies, say around 30 Brutus only. Like, that'd be interesting,
Yeah.
with classic elixirs only, something along those lines.
Yeah. Like when the game came out, I said I would play. I'm gonna play Voyage. I know when I want to get better as a zombies player. And this Easter egg, the only reason that I'm saying we're doing this Easter, like I would, if I didn't want to get better, I'd say we're never doing that Easter egg again. But I want to get better as a zombies player,
Yeah, it's
especially
like
for
I
ZWC.
low key I'm like I don't want to do it again, but I know I'm gonna have to do it if I want to actually get better. It's one of those things. It's like it's like the guard Krubby boss fight. It's difficult.
Yeah, but once you get through it, it's so worth it because like it's, I mean the cutscene is but like it, just the whole egg in general is just really, it
If
makes you
they
good.
if they bring that out for ZWC, it's gonna not be easy. Definitely, if, especially if it's speed runs. I feel it would most likely be a high
Well,
round.
that's the thing. Since like we're struggling, like everybody in the, it's not everybody. Like the really good players are obviously good at it, but it's not like it's easy for everybody else too. Like really hard. Like people that are really good at at zombies, it's still a hard egg. Like you still have to concentrate on the last boss fight, or like on the last stage. So
Yeah,
I feel like if they have it in ZWC, it shouldn't be
egg related.
that hard to compete with people because other people will struggle on it too.
Yeah, that's
And
true. That's true. I
yeah.
feel out of all maps, first one that actually I feel we should probably start touching into this if we're getting into like ZWC and a lot about the for training wise.
Oh yeah.
The
So
fact
we're
that ZWC, I just feel that Voyage, it's gonna be there because they it's a challenge. It's gonna be there.
yeah.
It's one of the maps that we need to put effort into
Oh yeah,
mastering.
we need I think Void is probably going to be the one that we need to practice on the most.
Blood, in all honesty, I need to
Do
learn the
challenges
egg.
on.
That's the thing, though. I can get set up. I know the egg. Because you guys have probably seen my Black Ops 3 stuff. I'm not really in Black Ops 4 right now. I haven't been putting a lot of effort in. I'm Prestige 2, almost 3 in zombies. I'm about Prestige 4 in multiplayer. I'm not that far in. Sure, we've done the Blood egg, we've done the 9 egg, but that's about it.
Yeah,
So I don't really have that much knowledge about it. So far, Blood is the map that I know the best, in the sense of like
for sure.
in the Easter egg, I know the spoon warden step to start that, get the map, do the birds. Up to past birds, it's the individual challenges. I know a few of them easily, but the other ones I haven't because like the Simon Says and all that.
Yeah, on our practicing runs, I think what we're going to do, I don't know if we're going to stream these. Do you think we're going to stream them or are we going to like a couple of them?
Well, that's the thing. With the you've already seen the zombies thumbnail for it.
Yeah.
For that series, I feel it's
Yeah.
gonna be a
So I
good
think
series.
like mainly what we're going to do is one thing, we're not going to do this often because we know blood enough. But run you through the blood egg and like I'll tell you like individually which spot correlates to which challenge and how to do the challenge.
I know these
Just for
showers is the
that.
banjo man.
Yeah, she showers is banjo. Uh, and you know, I think you know that the docs is the Morse code, right?
Um,
Because the Morse code is you have to escort the man to his boat
oh,
from the infirmary. That one's the docs.
I know how to do that infirmary bit. You kill him and then you escort him. Yeah,
Yeah, that one's super easy. But
and don't you fill the
yeah,
souls up around him?
yeah, I think our main thing that we should strive for is Voyage and Classified. I think Voyage we should go into customs and or not even
Nine I
customs, but
need to
like
learn, but the map itself isn't difficult. Like I know how
the
to get
map
my
isn't hard.
perks. I know how to do the pack a punch bit, and I can survive.
I think on Voyage we need to challenge ourselves and restrict certain weapons, or like go into customs and put it on. I don't know, like
Or go
the
for world
zombies do.
records. Just start going
Yeah,
for world records on it. That's what we're gonna have to do. And in all honesty, though, it's gonna be over around 100 most likely for classic elixirs only. But it's something to work for. If we can hit 50 on there, that'd be impressive in my mind.
yep.
Well,
Like I'm
let's
super
try to
hyped
hit
for
round 100
ZWC.
on classic, and then hit a round 100 on hearted.
And we're also doing the classified Easter egg at some point soon. Like not soon, but when online pausing comes in and the next
Yeah,
update, we should start then for classified, or because that's
I
150.
I
So
feel that is gonna be if they once they fix the servers and all that, it'll be better for high rounds and all that. If you get what I'm saying,
yeah,
like things will
um,
be easier.
But like the thing is, I don't know. We've said this often to each other, but I don't know if we've ever said this on stream. Like, I don't even care about winning ZWC. I just want to go.
I want to go too. I just want to go. I want to. My thing, it's really I want to see what I can do. I've never pushed myself. Like back in Black Ops 3, I would say that would be my prime when I was doing all the world records and all that crazy stuff. If I could
Yeah, the
get
thing
back
is
to that point
with
and
Black
past
Ops
that,
3,
it was easy.
like with Black Ops 3, it was you were good at BO3, but I don't think BO3 challenged you enough where you had to like go because BO3 like
Zetsuba and
we can almost say
would be the two maps
other
that
than
would make me
other than GK and maybe Zet sometimes BO3 was easy as shit, like super fucking easy, and Shadow's Egg is kind of wonky, but whatever.
It's really the flag step that gets you. It's really good.
Yeah, but BO3 was like pretty easy. I think it was maybe a bit harder than not even. I don't even know. I think it was on the level of BO2, maybe a bit easier. But once you got to know it, maybe like to the outside eye, if you were first playing BO3 for the first time, you'd be like, okay, this is weird. This is kind of hard for me because I don't know shit. But once you know it, it's like, okay, it's easy as fuck. And you get in a groove and shit. With Black Ops 4, this is a game that's like really challenging you, and I like it a lot because then we're gonna get better. And
I kind of have a theory to why it's like that because we talk about maps a bit in the sense of okay, look, if you look at BO3, sure, every map like that came out of there, they were all similar if you look at it, right? All the aspects were the same. It kind of was smooth. And in Black Ops 4, it's been quoted by Jason Blundell like, Voyage is the hardest Easter egg, followed by Blood of the Dead is the medium map, and 9 is the easiest.
And yeah, that's the funny thing, is that they put the hardest Easter egg on the hardest map, and the easiest Easter egg on the... You would think, like, Blundell does this shit all the time, for some reason. He matches it up, like, the easiest staff to get
I think that's why, because...
Like, he did it with the ice staff, which made no sense. He was like, okay, let's make the best staff the easiest one to get for some reason. You would think it'd be switched around. You'd also think that on the easiest map, it would have the hardest egg, because it'd be really hard to fucking do. Yeah. But the map would be fun, like it'd be good to survive. But he was like, you know what? Hardest map, hardest egg, easiest map, easiest egg. Best staff,
I kind of feel because he saw what what happened in BO3. The Zombie World Championships was born. The Z House was born from Black Ops 3. Like the community went poof, and it started to get competitive, and challenges were wanted. So I think he was kind of like, maybe let's make the maps themselves already challenging, so getting good at them, it's that. But no, in all honesty, sure, it's a good idea, don't get me wrong, but I feel the community they wanted to make challenges themselves. They wanted to get creative. They wanted to make challenges where you had to not use guns, you had to do this, you had to go out of your way to do something, which at that point already makes the game more difficult to go out of your way to do something and then continue to do that thing. It's gonna be harder. Like imagine Strife and SX. Those are your only weapons. You're only allowed those. And no perks. And no perks. Yeah. Imagine that.
Like the thing is with the community again, the community doesn't know what the fuck they want. I've said this before. In BO3 they said I want it more like BO2.
We talked about it last time on the podcast, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about it last time, and they said, well, I want it to be more like BO2. Well, first of all, BO2 was kind of hard because it's 2-hit system. Also, 3 out of the... I'm gonna say, okay, 2 out of the 4 maps. I'm not counting Newtown as a map. 2 out of the 4 DLC was shit. They were just bad.
Transit and Die Rise and...
Or not, sorry, not DLC, like, out of the map, sorry, yeah.
Transit, Die Rise?
Yeah, Transit and Die Rise was shit. Mob was fun. Origins was fun and you had to learn it. And Buried was easy as shit. And the community says, I want that. Well, you have it now. Because Mob is fun, and Blood is also fun. Buried, easy as shit. 9, easy as shit. And Origins, I'd say matches up to Voyage because you have to really learn the map and get good at it before you can do it. Like the Easter egg on Origins was the hardest Easter egg we ever saw up to that point. Because you had to really learn the map.
And then the pure fact that you can solo it and I can solo it once I remember the steps.
Yeah.
Like, I almost soloed it, like, you've soloed it.
Like, once you know the map, you know the egg. And that's the same thing with Voyage. Like, Voyage, once you get in the groove, like, you're smooth sailing. Like, onto the boss fight. So, I think that, like, And so yeah, it's difficult because you know it's there's no jug, it's a 4-hit.
Mm-hmm.
Your perks are limited to 4 perks unless you run Perkaholic. There's no other way to get a 5th perk unless you run 9. So there's no other way to do that. It's difficult, and the community complains about it or whatever. But I think this is a good fucking game, and challenging you. Like I think a game that challenges you to get better is a good game. A game that gives you participation trophies and says you're doing a good job even though you're doing shit, a bad game. So.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if something is easy as shit, and you do it, and you feel like you did something crazy, but you really didn't, and it's not so you don't think that you need to like. If a noob player got the lightning bow, they would think, "Wow, this is fucking insane." The lightning bow is super fucking easy to get. Like it's
now I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
You don't want things that are easy to seem like the big achievements. Getting truly good at it is what they
Because
want you to have to
it
do
doesn't
to
push you.
fully get the experience.
Yeah, it doesn't push you. It doesn't make you want. If you got the lightning bow the first time you played the map, and you said, "Wow, I'm good enough," but I got the
I
lightning
think
bow
I
first
got
try.
the wolf bow when I played the Horizon a while back.
Yeah, like if
And I thought the wolf
sometimes
bow was the best, and then I'm like, I did my research later on, and I'm like, okay, it's the storm bow, and I did that.
sometimes you need to be thrown in the deep end. So like a map like Voyage, where if you don't know shit, you're gonna die. It
Yeah,
makes you okay. I need to research.
straight
I
up.
need to
That's
train. I
why
need
I
to
just
get.
play with you guys. That's why I'm like, I can
Yeah,
survive. That's why, in my mind, I'm good at zombies because I can do one thing and one thing only. I can survive. I know how to survive. If I know a map or not, I will just open doors, find a big area, find guns at work, and do it. It's just easy for me.
yeah,
But not knowing how to get the shield, that doesn't make the map as easy because you don't get as much defense. Not knowing where the perks are, that screws you even more. Not knowing how to get Pack-a-Punch, like, not knowing all the aspects only allows you to get so far, even if you're that skilled.
yeah. So like it pushed you to want to play with us, so you could learn everything, and then you followed us around and you learned the egg, and I showed you where all the shield parts are. That pushes you to become a better
I
player.
know where two of
If
them are still. It's the smile one. It's
Yeah,
that I know where to get Pack-a-Punch. I know where those two shield pieces are. I know where all the perks are. The outlets. I know that.
yeah. So it pushed you to want to get better and learn off of us. But in the Rise
I
and
know
Drop,
that vape step.
and
Rise
I'm
and
not
drop.
saying
I straight up. I knew it, but I also watched all the videos that there were.
yeah, and I'm not saying we're gonna get into this later. We're gonna talk about which maps are good and which maps are bad.
Yeah.
But I'm not talking bad about Horizon. But
Oh,
if you played
no
Horizon
problem.
and you figure all this shit out, like what makes you get better? What makes you want to get better?
Straight up.
Because you think
I'm
that
gonna
you
tell
got
you
everything
this.
like good.
The one and only thing, everybody here that's listening, straight up. And you can have your opinion on this to yourself as well. I'll probably give my opinion on you. It's I just need to learn how to do high rounds more.
Hmm.
Sorry. I need to do high rounds more. I would in all honesty say, you need to learn some Easter eggs better. Some. Just a very little few. Maybe one or two in like small little areas, that's about it. But other than that, it's just high rounds.
I literally need to learn 9 more. Voyage, I know the whole egg. Blood, I know the whole egg. Classified is just a high round. And Dead of the Night we still need to do, but we're waiting till Eric gets a season pass, so.
I forgot about that
But,
map.
Yeah.
Because
We
I'm
can
not
put it on the
worrying
list.
about it.
Yeah. Dead of the Night right now is a map I'm not even worrying about. It's just, whenever I play it, I just have fun. It's a
Yeah,
good fucking
I
map.
have it on my list, but
Okay.
my list is really messy, and in all honesty, I'm gonna have to think long and hard for the pure fact of looking at just my 26 to first. It's very questionable to what I trust myself that that's what I meant, and I just need to start thinking about the map and gameplay aspects in that, right? And the fact
Hmm.
of yeah.
I just want to say don't want to interrupt the podcast with this, but I just loaded into a fucking game of 9, and I had my Easter egg class on, and I used a fucking talisman, and I'm pissed off now. Anyways, moving on. So do you want to get into the map ranking right now?
Yeah, I feel we could get into that, and then after
Okay.
that, because that'll take a bit per map, and then we also have a bunch of other stuff to talk about. Like,
so what we're gonna do?
It's gonna be interesting. I'll let you explain it because it's a rip-off of the Z House, but like it's just an
the
interesting
Z House
concept.
did this, and yeah,
it was really interesting.
I really liked it. Like that's one of my favorite Z House videos that they've done. I fucking really enjoyed it. Yeah, oh my god, Jack put like Origins.
Into it, man.
Jack put Origins at like number 20 or some shit. Like, oh my god, it's so funny though.
One day I would like to maybe after Black Ops 4, Doug, what me and you can do. We'll work together and we'll go really hardcore and we'll think. And once we actually like find out, like pretty much once we have Elgatos and the proper equipment, I want to make like, we could even just do it at my house to get the proper footage for us ranking all the maps.
Yeah, like they did. Yep, for
like
sure.
A proper,
yeah, especially after Black Ops 4 with everything.
I want to do
a proper video, not a stream.
A in-depth explanation, and you can do one, I can do one, and then we'll just link it so that they can see both of our opinions in full. Because our videos, it'll probably take over an hour to do it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to go first for this, or me?
You go first because it's your stream. So you do that number 26. So we're ranking every map. Here's the rules.
I think you're gonna lose your shit right away.
I think I know what you're. Okay, here we go. Okay, here's the rules. Every single map counts as a map except for when we're talking about remakes. We mean the DLC 5 and also DLC 1.
Because we consider it the best. We consider it the best version.
DLC 5 and DLC 4 in Black Ops 1 and all the maps got remastered. We're saying
Zombies Chronicles and Black Ops 4.
So if I put Moon,
that was my pick.
Okay, if I say Derice, there are 3 Derices. There's World at War, Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 3. I get to choose which one I like the best. So that's how that's working.
I bet you're going to be BO4 because BO4 is the best one.
And then when we're talking about remake, so like Blood, Classified, those are their own maps.
Yeah, because it's not a remaster, because it's not a complete replica. It's just a little. It's a
like something like 5,
story.
the Pack-a-Punch is completely different. You go to Area 51, so it like that sort of thing. It's its own map.
Classified.
Okay, so yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go Dalton first. He's gonna say it's number 26, and then he's gonna explain why, and I'm gonna laugh at him and tell him he's wrong. Okay? There. There you go.
Okay.
Okay. So Dalton, number 26.
A lot of people might hate me in knowing
I know what you're gonna
man that's a homie and that made ZWC, but it's Moon.
God damn it. What is wrong?
Moon.
God damn it.
I just can't stand the map. I can't.
Dude,
and in all honesty, for
my
biggest piece on it, it's the pure fact of, okay, you start in a different map, which I agree. I agree with you because I know it's one of your reasons that it's higher up on your list. It's cool. Sick. You're in a different part of, but
Area 51.
Blood does that too. You're in a different part of the map that never existed. That's also pretty cool. Like, same with Origins. You're in the lower part of it, and then you're in a completely upper part of it. Like, there's a lot of maps that when you actually think about it and how they're set up, they started in a completely separate area. Like Buried. Yeah. Buried is completely separate area. Is true.
Yeah.
Okay, but Moon,
I can
in
understand,
all honesty, it's
kind
of, like,
but
you, for one, the fact that you have to have this fucking space helmet on just to do shit, it annoys me. And then you're in anti-grav for a bit until you figure out how that works. I've never really played this map. I've played the remastered and I've wanted to kill myself. I hate it. I just can't stand it. If MC Sport Talk sees this, he's gonna be like, yeah, no.
Dude, Space Dog, alright?
Yeah.
Why I gotta do that to my
He
boy?
made that too. Like he made that the thing.
It's a fucking it's an Easter egg on DLC 5.
But
They literally put it in the fucking
in all
map.
honesty, and also that little mini boss that's coming around, the fucking Moon Man.
Okay.
He's just being a little dick. Like, leave me be. You're no better than the fucking Pentagon thief.
Hey, I'm gonna talk about that, boy. Alright?
I feel like, in all honesty, though, overall, the wave gun's a pretty cool wonder weapon on Moon. I'm not shitting on that. It's a pretty cool wonder weapon. The concept for those bouncers is cool. It's just the fact that it doesn't just automatically launch you to the perfect distance and you drop onto it. It'll straight up launch you forwards until you dictate where you want to land. I don't like that. I didn't realize that. You just go
I've
boom,
seen Dalton die many times.
Yeah.
Many times.
Horizon's rocket's so nice, just it's easy. Your turn, go.
Okay, my turn.
So
okay,
my
I think it's pretty.
26.
Okay, I think it's pretty obvious what my 26 is. It's fucking transit. I actually do not like transit. Like,
I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you.
dude,
but
here's my thing. Like, okay.
You'll see me later.
Okay. Listen. Okay. The people that tell me that transit's a good map because you can have fun with friends, that's a bullshit argument.
You torture your friends on that map. That's all you do.
Dude, I played Fishing Planet, a fishing game, where you literally sit there and fish. I did it for 3 hours, my friends, and we
Straight
had
up,
fun.
I've played World of Warcraft and just done fishing for like a half hour. Well, in
I had
queue
fun
for
with
a
my friends.
dungeon, and
You
I'm
can-
straight up enjoying it, getting XP.
You can have a game where you sit in a white room for 17 hours and you can have fun with friends. So I don't think the argument is valid that you can have fun with friends on that shit. Also, Avogadro, unneeded. Okay,
It's a weird
why
boss.
is he even in there?
It's a weird boss.
What the frick? Why is it that you can't shoot an man, but you can electrocute him, and he's made out of electricity? How does that even work? That literally makes zero sense. Pack-a-Punch closes on itself randomly. Why? Who knows?
It's because
Okay.
power. You have to have power that's to it.
Yeah, no, it's because of the frickin' the turbine will randomly, like, if the zombies break it, which is just stupid. Why do you have to use a turbine to unlock? It's just a shit map, okay? Look, Transit, bad map. Okay, there we go. I'm not gonna talk shit
The
about it anymore.
so-called wonder weapon. I'll go on just to add this.
The
The
wonder
so-called
weapon.
wonder weapon. It's a buildable. And it's not
And
even
it
good.
breaks, and you have to rebuild it every time it breaks.
And
That
if you don't
is
pick
so
up the parts
bad.
fast enough, they go back to where they were. No,
Yeah.
they don't even go back to where they were. They switch spots.
They switch spots. Yeah, it's so bad. Okay, that's my 26. Okay, number for 25, Dalton. Your turn.
Okay,
Okay, it's gonna be some shit fucking.
everybody
I'm scared.
listen up. This map, you're gonna probably agree. I don't know why Zach favors it. It's shit. It can eat a dick. Die rise!
Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah.
Get
No,
the fuck out of here, bitch.
I'm gonna say mine as well. Mine 25 is die
No.
rise as well. We both have 20. We both have die rise.
Fuck that
So,
shit.
Zach,
It
fuck
was
off,
it
alright?
was decent. It was decent when they didn't fuck the wonder weapon. I'm
Yeah, when they
saying
nerfed the
that,
Sliquifier.
like Chucky in their version. Chucky actually proved some good points. He's like he did enjoy it when the Sliquifier was good.
Yeah, because
then when it
he
got
made like
debuffed-
he made guides and shit. Like
Yeah,
that
he
was when
was,
Chucky
like-
was prime on YouTube. That's why
Yeah,
he
and
really
then
enjoyed that shit.
and then it kind of just went for the pure. I don't like die rise for the pure fact of if you don't have good luck at speed or your control, you get lag or you get tipped, you're dying.
Yeah,
And
and
that's
the one
thing.
thing is
that
also
doesn't even indicate skill.
verticality.
That's just a luck and like you were saying, relying on
Verticality
elevator reliance
and
is horrible.
elevators, bad idea. That was
Like,
just a bad idea to
Shadows
put in
of
the game.
Evil did it better in the sense that
Oh, yeah.
you have those little trams, but
Yeah, for sure.
you only
Even
need
Mob,
it to
even
get
Mob did
that.
it with the gondola.
It's optional. It's just a faster way to get there.
Yeah, with the elevators, it's just really
But that's the
annoying. You
thing
can
with
fall off the
Shadows.
map.
You need that for the weapon.
There's not one zombies map other than Die Rise where you can literally fall off the map. Who did it? Who had the idea in Treyarch that said, you know what, we should give people the option to kill themselves. I think that's a good. I think that's a
I'm trying to think
jumping
of
off
another
buildings.
map that actually
There's literally no
allowed
map
that.
where you can jump off the edge and die, and it's like,
Well, you can die and fall. Yeah, buried.
oh yeah, okay, but buried is the spawn. You're not forced into that place. Like the spawn is literally one part, but literally all of Die Rise, you can just fall off the side of the map. Okay, you know what?
Like you,
I'll
that's
give
the
Die Rise
thing.
one thing.
Buried, you have to try. You have to try.
Yeah, you have to do it at least once in your life just for the lulz.
I've
No,
done it
but
like 5.
listen,
Ah,
okay,
me and
I'll give
Victor
it one
just
thing.
suicide off it.
The AN-94 is the best AR of all time, and it's a
In
wall
B-
weapon on Die Rise. So
Best
I'll
AR of all time?
yeah, it's a wall weapon and it does the
I
most
don't
damage
know. Black Ops 1 Galil.
ever. But the Galil isn't a wall weapon on BO1. That's the thing. The AN-94 is a wall weapon. It has a
Fair.
lot of ammo. It has a really good fire rate. The first 2 shots fire faster than the other shots as well, which is sick.
That's
and it
why
has
if you
the
just
most
burst
damage.
it, if you just go
Yeah, it's so good.
and you just
So
aim for
I'll give that
headshots.
Rise that. And the Sickle Fire is a good concept, but when you nerf it to shit, no. Okay, just no. Anyways, that was Die Rise. Everybody knows that map is shit.
Yeah,
okay,
and
Dalton,
if you like it,
if you like it,
I would like to know your opinion why, because I've actually never heard of someone that actually enjoys
yeah,
that
actually, we should
map.
ask Zach later why. We should ask Zach later why he likes Die Rise.
Because, like, truly,
Okay.
we just bust his balls on it, but we don't really ask him.
I don't know why the fuck he likes Die Rise. Like,
Okay.
number 24.
Once
Your turn.
again,
Oh, stop.
people aren't gonna
Stop.
like me for this. It's
Stop.
really aesthetically pleasing, but in all honesty,
I know what map it is.
Shangri-La.
Yep, there you go. It's Shang. Okay, what?
I straight up,
I'm not gonna talk shit.
I
honestly.
like Shangri-La. It's just I never
I
got
appreciate-
into it. I
didn't
never
get into
got
it either.
into it, and it's a map that it's kind of out of its time now. If you didn't play it back when you like that was
Yeah.
it, you kind of didn't know it truly because you didn't get developed into it.
Like,
we
mine
were
is-
into like I'm into Horizon better than anything else. So like
Like, my Shang is a bit higher, but I think with Shang, the thing, like, I appreciate Shang because a lot of the things in Shangri-La are in Black Ops 4. Like, the Shriekers are literally electric zombies,
PhD,
and the Napalms are literally fire.
Stamina.
PhD was in Stamina. Well, those came in Ascension, but like
Oh.
the monkeys were really cool. I think that was a good.
First map to
thing, and
feature
it's just-
female zombies.
Yeah, female zombies. It's a beautiful map.
It is,
like
it very
as well.
is.
It's sick as shit. But I never got into it, and the
I
Easter
just-
egg I've never done.
The
and
Wonder Weapon
the
is
Eclipse mode.
good, in a sense, but as I think
Yeah, but
Pat
Wonder
did a
Weapon's cool,
video
but-
on it. He says as far as Wonder Weapon goes, like don't quote me on this though, because I'm really not too sure who I watched it off of. Someone said that, in their opinion, that it's not the best Wonder Weapon in the sense because a Wonder Weapon
doesn't
is
do any
supposed to
damage.
be more powerful than every other weapon, so you don't really want to have to run back into the horde that you
Yeah,
just
that's true.
were trading.
Like I've seen, because the zombies do half damage,
They still
When they're,
can fuck you up.
so you die in 10 hits. But if you have a horde,
Yeah, if you have like
Yikes.
100, bye.
yeah, it's over. High rounds on that map are literally almost impossible because there's no training spots. The traps really annoying with the spikers, like the spike things from spawn when you try to move, and the
Yeah.
mud part annoying. But yeah, I think that's it for Shang. My number 24. Tell him you're gonna get fucking mad. My number 24 is 5.
It's a good map. Fuck off. It's a good map. Even
here's
the
the thing.
original, it's a good
Listen,
map.
okay, I like Classified is pretty high on my list. Okay, there's 2 reasons. 2.
I
One.
mean OG5
Okay.
in my mind.
No, yeah, OG, yeah.
I don't
There's
like
2
the new
reasons why I hate.
classified. I don't like the new
I like
classified.
I like New Classified. Here's the thing. There's mainly 3 reasons. Okay, one, the big one, is the Winter's Howl. It's garbage. Like what Wonder Weapon does that? All right, it's tragic how bad it is.
Still helps for high
Even-
rounds.
Even Pack-a-Punch, it's tragic. All right. Second, the Pentagon Thief. Why, Treyarch? Why would you put him in there? Okay, he's not in Black Ops 4, and I love it.
Yeah,
I
because
love it.
it's not the same map. Different
And
characters.
okay, I'll give it the characters are fucking sick. Okay, JFK, come on, that's cool. And the
I
third thing
love that
is,
about the map. It's just like
oh yeah, that no,
JFK,
that
Richard
yeah,
Nixon, Fidel
that's
Castro. It's
sick.
like, oh, buddy.
Yeah. Um, the Pack-a-Punch is easy, but like the spot that Pack-a-Punch is in, I don't like it.
The
It's in the
strat for
corner.
pack, there's no spawn barriers in there. There are now.
Yeah.
There never were.
And then the perks are Black Ops 1 perks, and by Black Ops 1 perks, I don't mean PhD because this came out with the game. So Double Tap 1.0.
Like the
I think we all know.
OG4.
I think we all know about Double Tap 1.0. All right.
It's shit.
No. And yeah, but you know, like 5 is a cool map. Well, it was the first map I think that really went somewhere. It was the first map with a celebrity cast, which I think is really cool. And like obviously it wasn't like full, so like JFK isn't fucking alive when they make it, but you know
Yeah.
they use like people in real life, and it was pretty sick. And the Pentagon is a good idea. I'm just shit at it. That's basically
Yeah.
that's what it comes down to.
Okay, so my 23.
Number 23.
5.
You just vouched for.
I know.
Just vouched for it.
Let me explain. And the map above this.
Five's
No,
a
Doug.
good map.
Doug.
Five's
The map above this one explains why it's here. Okay, so there's some backing to it, and it's because of the bosses primarily. I agree with you.
The
The Pentagon Thief, really, it's the entire map. The reason why I don't like Classified, it's because it's not how the map is supposed to be played. 5 was a map that was kind of a rustic, close quarters, difficult map. And it was really the only truly difficult map of the time back in BO1. That's why I loved it so much. It was one of the hardest maps, and if you got good at it, like you could hit round 15, you felt good because you're like, wow, I'm getting good at training, and you have to think fast. Well, that's the thing. If you're really good at 5, you can fuck up Kino. That's me.
Oh yeah.
And my thing is, it's really the Pentagon Thief of the fact is, if you don't know how to kill him and you don't have the guns, you're gonna lose your shit, and he's annoying. And then, yeah, it's really the Pentagon Thief is the whole reason why it's ranked 23, but the boss. The boss between this one and the next one, it's why it's up there, because the boss is, it's more manageable.
Alright. You want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay, my 23 is Shinonuma. I don't like Shinonuma. It's
Are
it's
you
a really
speaking
simple
remaster or
I'm saying in general, because like some maps will say like the remasters, but in general,
so you're just
I don't
speaking in
think
like
Shino.
map playing essence?
Yeah, like in every iteration of Shinonuma, I do not like, and that's because like I've heard a lot of people say Shinonuma is the best out of the World at Wars. I think it's the worst. I think first of all, it's ugly as sin. It's literally like Zetsubo, and it looks like Shark Swamp. And also, they put like Origins mud in it. Basically, the first map to have mud. You move super slow. There's no
Zetsuba is I would say Zetsuba's nicer than that map.
Yeah, Zetsubo looks nicer. The dog, it introduced dogs, which is cool, and the whole perk thing is pretty cool. And the story thing is also good with Peter McCain. I just, out of the World at Wars, it's so simple, yet it's not good simple. Like Nocturne Toten is good simple. Shinonuma is simple, but it's shit. In my opinion, like people, if you like Shinonuma because you played during then, cool. I just didn't play during then, and looking at it now, just
you
ranking
might
on my maps,
just not get the hype because you grew up on the better stuff.
Yeah, I grew up on BO2, so looking at World at War, and I can appreciate like the dogs and the randomized perks, and that's cool, but and the flogger is pretty fucking sick also, but yeah.
That was a nice cool trap.
Yeah, my least favorite World at War.
Fair point. I'm not too sure what my least favorite World at War one is. But
Yeah. So we'll go to number 22 now for you. And this was your explanation on why 5 is literally right after my 5.
I'm
And I hate it a lot
sorry.
more than
I
you.
am sorry, the All-Father Minion Killer Lex. It's Call of the Dead. I'm sorry. Don't kill me,
George
Dad.
Romero. Yeah.
For the
Okay.
pure fact of George
You've never
Romero,
fucking played it before.
rest his soul. I actually no,
Yeah.
I've watched gameplay on it like a bit. I've actually like seen how
Yeah.
it works.
Okay.
He's more manageable, and the Wonder Weapon on it, it's also
The
better.
scavenger.
Well, it helps because you
Yikes.
get that zombie, and it's
Well, two inner weapons.
it had the sickle, and when I followed the story of like Nikolai and them being in there, and I listened to that 4-hour thing and was listening, it was a really interesting story bit of how like they interacted with those characters and got it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why
I'm not gonna talk anything about that because mine called it as a lot higher. So, but no, I think called it it's cool.
I just never played it, so I can't really like have
Yeah,
that better of an
listen,
opinion.
Listen, me and Catastrophe have played every single map
Except Call of the Dead.
except Call of the Dead. I've played it on mobile, and I've played it on Minecraft.
Straight up,
with
when
Dalton.
I get Call of the Dead, I feel me and you need to play it, and you should get Call of the Dead so we can experience it and watch it. It might
Yeah.
go up higher.
We played it. I played it on mobile a couple times. Dalton played it on Minecraft. So
Yeah.
like we don't know shit about that map.
Mhm.
But yeah. My number 22. Oh, Dalton, you're gonna get so fucking mad. My number 22 is Nuketown. Listen. Listen. I do not like Nuketown. Okay.
What the fuck? I just walked over to my door, opened it, and shut it.
Dude, Nuketown to me, it's just.
It's
Oh,
good. You're just
oh,
shit.
no.
You're just shit.
Listen,
You're
listen.
just
Okay,
shit.
if I went back, I could probably be good at it now because I'm actually good at
You're
training.
just
But
shit.
the thing is, I just don't. No, Nuketown doesn't vibe with me. Okay, I remember playing that, and I just have bad memories on that map because I was so bad at it. Okay, it literally brought nothing new to the table with perks or equipment or anything. The only new gun it had was the M27, which was pretty cool, but they never brought that gun back. So okay, whatever. The perks falling from the sky. Why? Literally, why? Okay.
It was cool.
No, it wasn't. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It offered no story significant. Well, okay, that's a lie. It had two things of the story. The one Easter egg you had to get to around 25 for, or was it 20? I think it was 25. And the eyes changed. Little baby Easter egg. No. Okay, not significant. It was just literally signifying moon. And we all know how Dalton feels about moon, so.
Yeah, fuck that. The Easter egg's cool. The Easter egg's cool as shit. I just don't want to do it. Like
Yeah,
in the
and-
story arc, I like the story arc of it. I just don't like the map.
The story was
Like,
literally
in
like
gameplay,
fucking.
I love the story. I don't like the gameplay.
On Nuketown, it relates to moon a little bit, and you had a little bit of transit, which. Ew. And Marlton in the bunker like a little pussy boy. But yeah, that Nuketown I just don't like. I just don't think it's a good map. Okay, we'll go to number 21 for Dalton.
Okay. Kino.
Every time you say K, I know it's a bad. And Kino. I fucking love Kino. Why would you do that to my
For
boy?
one, it's easy as shit.
Yep, I get that.
I'm not talking remasters, because that is
Okay.
not Kino.
Yeah, I'm not talking
That is not
remaster Kino either.
For Kino, remasters a no-no, because it has fucking the Ray Gun Mark II. That was never in it.
Yeah.
It has all these Black Ops 3 guns like the ICR and alternate ammo types that make it easy as shit. And really,
Yeah, it was still easy.
Really,
It didn't need to get any easier.
you could
That's
have a
the thing.
brekkie and wipe those Nova crawlers. There was no such thing like a shotgun like that back then.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, so why do you hate? Well, not hate, but why do you dislike Black Ops 1 Kino?
I found it so easy and just a map that wasn't really significant really in gameplay
Yeah, that is true.
compared to all like oh, let me look at my next one. Yeah, straight up. My next one's up there, but note I made this when I didn't like it. Like when I wasn't too much of a fan of it, but I feel like it'll be higher up on my list now, guys. So
You're gonna change your list? That's fine. Just change it while I'm talking about mine. So you're gonna do mine now? My number 21 is Shangri-La.
I think I'll just look at it and kind of like guess which one.
Yeah,
I
just
want.
switch you out. My number 21 is
Shang,
Shangri-La.
you said?
I talked about Shang is, yeah, it's a map. Again, I appreciate it did the good things. I that doesn't mean I like it. Okay, I appreciate it. I can't
appreciate
just to clarify. I appreciate it did good things, an innovation kind of, a good Easter egg kind of. Again, kind of good. You know, it had the Eclipse mode, which was
Yikes.
no.
Just the fact, okay, I don't like that fact of going into that for an Easter egg. I'll agree. This is like, you might agree with me on this, that's why I'm kind of like pitching it. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that you have to go into a specific mode to do an Easter egg, that would be like, say, you know, had to go back in time into Eisendrach. It's kind of like that, but more annoying.
But literally, you have to do the whole Easter egg almost under
in
that.
that mode,
Like,
and that was just a little step, and it was a little bit of a story, so it worked. That did.
and also, one thing is
We still
to
don't
do
know
the,
where that
like,
map is supposed to be placed, so like it doesn't make
yeah,
sense.
no,
with
people
A.
think it's on Mars or people think it's in the middle of the fucking rainforest. Nobody knows. But like the one thing
Madagascar.
that also, I'm a big like Easter egg guy. Like I main Easter eggs.
I'm a high round guy.
And I think for high rounds as well. For Shangri-La, first of all, there's no training slots. There's none. So high rounds, yikers. You have to camp, but that's a lot of times like it's significantly less enjoyable. But especially with the Easter eggs, if you need four people to do an Easter egg, like if you're forced into four,
automatically
it
less enjoyable.
automatically the map is down for me. Like Shadows of Evil, good map. The 4-player Easter egg, don't like that. I really don't. So
I would have loved to be able to hop in it with you and just be like, boom.
Like if I could do the Shadows of Evil Easter egg solo, like I'd be down for that. But you just can't.
That flag step.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that's we already talked about Shangri-La. I mean, a lot of the stuff in Shangri-La is in Black Ops 4 again with the Shriekers and the Napalms. Those are in BO4. So and the monkeys were cool. I just think that, and the one thing I'll give Shangri-La also, Liam talked about this in one video. He went over Easter eggs and he was like, "Why the fuck are we doing this in an Easter egg? Why the fuck are we like?" But then he went to Shangri-La and it's like everything makes sense, right? You see an orb, you're like, "Oh, well," you see like an orb it's stuck in a wall or some shit, and he's like, "Oh, well, maybe we just shoot it out," you know? So they shoot it, and it works.
Oh,
and then
I get what you're saying in the sense of the Easter egg with it, like you can kind of see how to do steps, and then other things, it's like you really had to look, and it was kind of an abstract way that you wouldn't really believe.
Once you shoot that orb out of the thing, he's like, "Okay, well, it looks a little bit too big to move, so." Well, we have a shrink ray on this map. Wow. So they shoot it and it works. And then there's a water thing and they transport it down and it works. And like you look at Gerald Crovey, I'm not talking shit because it's one of my favorite maps, but he's like,
very good map.
Well, why are these trophies all over the map? There's a trophy in a toilet. Who the fuck put it there?
Pick it up.
What?
Or when you saw that egg, there's an egg up there. How am I going to get it? Shoot it down. Bam.
Yeah, but it's like, how the fuck did that? Who put a trophy in a toilet? This guy just lost all his trophies in his trophy cabinet. It makes and I'm not talking shit because I like Kirby, but and Revelations, okay? Why are there rocks all across the map that you have to shoot in random space? No.
Difficult as hell to see.
Yeah, like why the fuck? So Shangri-La, I'll give it that. The Easter egg makes sense. I like it, but it's just I didn't really get into it. So Dalton, you can say your number 20 spot.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, wait. Did you? Yeah, you did your 21, right? Yeah.
Yeah. This I know you're gonna agree with me, but you're probably gonna be questioning why it's a little bit higher up. Shinonuma.
Mm-hmm.
For the pure fact of, like, in all honesty, I'd rather play Shinonuma over all those maps. Because Shinonuma's creepy. Yeah, Mr. Sheepington. Hello. And it's a map that, in all honesty, isn't Shinonuma the one, like, where it introduced perks, dogs, and all that?
It introduced dogs. Perks came with Verrucht.
Okay, well, yeah, that I'm just thinking of the dog map, whatever, the muddy one.
Yeah.
It kind of made you the wonder weapon they fixed. Did they fix the jug? Was jug fixed in that?
I don't think the Wonder Wolf was even in
Yeah, it
Shinonuma and World at
was.
War. It was in. It's in
came
BO3.
out.
Really? I thought the
Yeah.
Wonder Wolf came with Duriz.
Nope.
I don't think they fixed it
Shinonuma.
on. I think it was just World at War in general. It was just the Wonder Wolf was fucked. So.
I don't know, because I think it was.
Because it can't. I
not
don't think
too
it can
sure.
be map specific. That's the thing.
Yeah, fair, because it's just a game mechanic.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shinonuma,
I get that.
it's more enjoyable to me in my mind because it's difficult, interesting, and also it sketches you out consistently, so it makes
Yeah.
it difficult to play in that sense.
But still, it's number 20 because it's literally fucking Shrek Swamp. So.
Get that, Mr. Wood!
It's literally more of Shrek Swamp than Zetsubo is. Like, it's a legit swamp, alright? Zetsubo is at least in, like, a forest kind of, like, swampy forest, but it has shit there. It's on an island, alright? Shinonuma is a swamp. Okay. I'm gonna talk about my 20. I had a different map here. I literally did the same switch you did. You did a switch, and I did the exact same thing. My 20 is Call of the Dead. There was a different map here before, but I switched it out. Yeah, Call of the Dead. George Romero was pretty cool, but he took like 1 billion fucking shots to kill him. And he was a nuisance, because every time you literally touched him, you scrape your arm off of him, he just goes all rampage steroids mode.
No, it's even if you look at him, he's like, what was that thought? And he just chases you.
He's like a feminist. You look at them wrong, and they're just like,
Oh my
what
god!
did you say to me? It's man.
Watch, you just get a bunch of tweets at you. No.
Oh god. It is Bam!
Bam!
He's literally like that. So, that like, George, you know, I appreciate,
Post that
rest
to
in
Twitter.
peace, but it is Bam! No. And also the one thing I don't like about it is, again, I didn't play it much, but I know the layout of the map, and Juggernog is literally the farthest perk away from the whole universe. It's at the
Where
front
is
of the
it
boat.
again?
So you
Oh
have to
yeah,
go through
oh
the
my
boat and
god, that's
all the
so
way
far.
to the...
Isn't that where Pack is too?
Pack is in the bottom area, I think, and then you have to go from the bottom area up to the very top, and Jug is there. That's from what I know. But yeah, that's the one thing I don't like. The sickle is cool. The ice shit is cool. It's a frosty map. I like. If you didn't tell, I fucking like ice and shit and cold, but not my map, to be honest. Maybe if I played it more, I'd appreciate it. It's funny as shit. I fucking love how I think it was Nikolai. No, it was Richtofen. Someone says, "Oh, I found a lever," and Richtofen's like, "That's not a lever." So it was funny, but you know, yeah, Richtofen got his pee-pee touched. Anyways,
That's not a lever, Nikolai!
Okay, next map,
Okay.
number 19.
Ha, number 19. That's
19.
pretty funny.
Burger King
Because
foot leather.
it's 9.
Oh, wait, what?
Actually, no. Dead of the night, dead of the night, dead of the night.
Okay, I was gonna
Wait,
say,
give me a
what
sec,
the
give me a
fuck?
sec.
What?
Transit. We'll go transit.
What the fuck? What just happened?
Because I'm looking at this list, and because when I made this, I didn't play 9 that much. We hadn't done the egg yet. I didn't play Voyage.
Oh, yeah.
Dead of the
Okay,
Night,
yeah.
I hadn't really taken into an account of like actual gameplay wise, and like I just.
So what was your transit before? Just please tell me it wasn't some...
It was 15.
Oh my god, don't... Okay, tell me.
before I played 9 in Voyage, you gotta think 9 in Voyage, that's 2 maps, and Dead of the Night wasn't considered. That's 3 maps.
Yeah, this. Tell me about this, dude. Why the fuck is transit so high on your list?
Well, it was hot. Oh, you mean like, wait, why Transit's what, number 19?
Yeah. Okay. Also, clarifying, transit is one map. We're not talking about five
Yeah.
farmer or
For the
five
pure
five.
fact,
What's
Doug, for the
town
fact of,
farmer.
I found Transit more fun than Moon, Shang, 5, Call of the Dead, Kino, and Die Rise. I like them better than all of them, and then it just beat Shino Numa in the sense of it didn't have that mud. The Wonder Weapon, like, we didn't play it to a high round, so we just kind of messed around with friends, is what I remember. It was kind of just,
Yeah.
haha, let's play friends. That's what I saw it as.
Yeah.
That's why it's at
Like I think
19.
transit isn't a map you take seriously at all when you play. So
Unless you're Pat.
that like yeah,
A
the
big head
Easter egg
bus.
is the big
This
shit.
my
So
shit.
oh god. I think like the one argument you can make is they were limited to PS3. If they didn't have PS3, Xbox
Yeah.
360, it would have been a really good map. But what like how I'm saying it, I'm saying as it is, the map how it was made, not good. But you know, we already kind of talked about why transit shit because it was my number 26.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my 19 is Nocturne Toten. Like that's about
I can
middle.
understand that a bit.
Yeah, it's just and I'm talking about as a whole. So I'm taking into account like the BO3 remaster was when it's remastered in BO3. Like I understand why they did it. They said, okay, well we need to bring back the OG, but at the same time, it's like look at Noct and look at Revelations and how much you can do. I don't. It's just it's so little you can do. There was no point in remastering it. And it's just basic. Like again, appreciation for Noct, first zombies map, fucking amazing for first map. But if like looking at each of them, World at War, the knifing mechanic is fucked. The weapons are pretty shit. It's glitchy
Besides
as
the
shit.
flamethrower.
Besides infinite ammo flamethrower, yeah. Like yeah, it's basic. And Black Ops 1 didn't really make it any better. They removed the flamethrower, you add a mule kick, whatever. There's nothing really on the map. So it like I don't think Noct is bad. For its first map, it was good, but like looking at it now, comparing to all the other maps, you can't put that high on your list. So unless you if you played a World at War in Black Ops 1 and you like grinded Noct and came home when you're like 12 years old and just played Noct every day, I'd understand. But for me, Noct just wasn't the map. Okay, what's your number 18, Dalton?
In my opinion, I'm going to put Verrucht
Okay.
for number 18. For the fact of, out of all the World at Wars, and really before all of the other ones, it's the fact of it's a good training map where you truly had to be good on it, and I'm thinking of the World at War right now, and then I'll get into the Black Ops 3. Because Black Ops 3, sure, it's good, but it kind of ruins the difficulty aspect of it when you have guns that are legit crackhead weapons.
Yep.
Sure, you don't have Pack-a-Punch, but you have Gobble Gums. You could straight up just have crate power and never need to worry about anything. You'd win.
Yep.
And all you do, you get the Wonder Waff and like a Haymaker, and you don't open the door from the other side of the box after you go to the power through the upper stairs. From that one side where Juggy is.
Yep.
If you don't open that door, you just sit there. Me and you did it, and we hit a high round. Like at least 40 or something.
Oh yeah, we did 40, I think. Yeah, but so you think that we'll talk about when we get to your Noct, but you think that Noct is the best out of the World at Wars?
Yeah, in the sense of originals and remastered, because I like the remastered.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to it. But so your BO3 for BO3 Noct, or sorry, Verrucht, you said it ruined a lot of the shit. Like I can
I
see
will
that.
agree, it is fun, but
Yeah, it's
in
fun.
like
It's
a
just
map
easier.
aspect, I kind of enjoyed the old Verrucht a little bit more because it kept me on my toes.
Yeah.
It's really, and I don't mean this in like the douchey I have a lot of skill way. It's just that when people like me and you that have a lot of skill though you tend to lose. You don't really get a lot of things that keep you on your toes and are watching out for yourself. Black Ops
Well,
4
yeah,
does
I
that.
think like the
Voyage does
non-douchey
it
way to say that.
very well.
I think the non-douchey way to say that is like if a
There's
map
not
doesn't
a lot of
challenge you,
challenging maps.
yeah, if it doesn't challenge you, then it's not as good for you. It's not as healthy for you as a zombies player to keep playing that kind of
Hmm.
thing. Like obviously, if you're good and every map doesn't
Like, I
challenge you
could
because you've
play
mastered it, that's a
BO3 for
different
the
story.
life of me and hit round 100 and disrespect everybody, but
But it
I'm not
wouldn't
gonna
be
get
like
better. I'm not
healthy.
gonna get
Like you're not
better.
gonna get better. Yeah, yeah. Okay. My number. What number are we on? Number 18. My
I
number
thought we were
18.
on 17.
No, we're on 18 because I switched out my two. I
Oh,
talked about Noctiluss. My number 18 is Voyage.
really?
I switched it out. Yeah, it was 20 before we tried the egg. It's pretty low. Like, and it's because of one thing
Mine's even
I'll talk
higher.
about. Yeah, it was lower, but I switched it up for Call of the Dead because after doing this egg, I really have been enjoying it. There's a lot of like good things. First of all, it's in the Black Ops 4 engine, and Black Ops 4 engine has some of the best things. Like the perk system is for me, I think it's substantially better than any other perk system we've had, where you get to pick four, but you're forced to pick different ones than like for Easter egg runs and shit. When on BO3, you could have all the perks, and
I like
even
that.
if like with because it's you're forced to use new perks because even if you didn't get all the perks on BO3, you'd always win the same one: jug, speed, quick revive, double
Double
tap.
tap.
It's just the same four, literally the same four every game. Maybe Widow's Mine sometimes, maybe stamina up sometimes, but no. On this game, depending on what you're doing, you have Dying Wish. When I run the Easter egg, I'm running Mule Kick.
I'm
Time
always
Slip is
running
good for high
Dying Wish.
rounds. Tortoise is really good on blood. You have there's no jug, so you're forced to use other shit. Stamina up is super good. Like there's so much choice that you can do that.
The game
1 second.
customization is really there. I would definitely say, guys, that probably Black Ops 4, in the sense, did game customization the best.
Yeah, I think so too. Like obviously, sorry about that, but that was someone walking my room. Without like talking stats,
Your
I'm
mic's
just saying, like,
low.
is it? Is it better now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, when we're talking stats, like looking at your stats, the menus aren't as good as BO3, but with the perks and the customization on that, I think they did it really good. Like there's people like that say that was a bad choice. I think it was a great choice because you're forced to think outside the box and really think about your perk choice. Like you're forced to really think about it. So
Like, it's
talking
kind of like
like
back in the old vanilla days of World of Warcraft. I never played, but it's like where you would to statistically look at things and see what would work better in what scenario and what you're trying to do. Like, you
yeah.
gotta figure things
So
out.
looking at like in the past games, BO 3, 2, 1, literally jug. If you didn't run jug, you're a dumbass. Now, if you don't run Dying Wish because you're good enough to not use Dying Wish, I'd say you know what, good on you. Like, okay, you ran another perk that can help you in your run, but jug, there's no way you can do it. So
I'd
like
rather Wish.
so Voyage, I can understand. Like, Voyage is 18. Like that's like middle, and it mainly for me comes down to the Easter egg, and it's not the steps because the steps are fine. I really like the planet step, and the boss fight's pretty cool. It's the cutscene, and a lot of other people have talked about this, and Dalton, you haven't seen it yet, so I don't want to say too much.
Yeah,
But
and I'm
it's
not gonna
just
watch
not.
it. I'm making sure not to watch it.
Yeah, it's just not emotional enough for me. It's a really quick cutscene,
So you're kind of saying
and
it's
you
kind of like the SOE Easter egg, where it's like a wait, what?
yeah, yeah. It literally that's it. That's the thing.
It's just a
It's like
wait,
a wait
what?
what? Because
And then
something
it's
shocking
done.
happens, kind of, but it's not. Yeah, and looking at this egg, like this map, sorry, compared to the others, look at Blood. Blood has the most emotional cutscene in Zombies history. Like the first time I watched it, I was genuinely super fucking sad
When I
because
saw
my
that, I was
favorite
just
character
like,
died.
I didn't get
Like,
emotional about it. I was just like, oh my god.
yeah, like that, like it had a lot of zombies. Like Milo cried on stream, I think. Yeah, Milo cried. He cried in a video, but I don't know if he cried on stream.
Because
I'm
I
pretty sure he
didn't
did.
think that he understood what was going on at the time.
Like he was like just like they had to do it.
I
Otherwise
watched Milo's video on it first, and I'm like, what?
yeah. So it's just look if you watch, and this is the thing that Lex brings up all the time. Watch the Titanic movie, and watch everybody die. And these like four guys, the people that play the violin, they're like, you know what? We're going down. We're just gonna play violin music. We'll go down doing something we love, and they start playing the violin music as everybody like as a ship is sinking and everything's going on. But in the moment of peace, they all do that, and it's like it's so emotional.
And they don't really even have any true music on Voyage.
On this, they didn't even need to do. They at least showed like some emotion, but they didn't in the on the cutscene, and you'll see it when we do it. It's that's my main gripe with it.
We'll get it.
There was so much opportunity for a cutscene on this map that like had a lot of meaning and was just like cool with Titanic and shit. That's the main reason I don't really like Voyage, but like the Easter egg's pretty cool. The planet stuff is fucking sick. But yeah, that's my 18.
Okay, so we're going to 17?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't played it, but Dead of the Night.
You played it once,
I know.
twice, three, a few times.
I'm not a fan of it compared to the other map that's above it.
I think to be honest, you would become more of a fan of it if you played it more.
I haven't played it. That's why it's really my only reason why. The werewolves, in all honesty, I find annoying though. That's one thing about the map that I hate.
Yeah, I can see that. I think the map is cool.
The werewolves get in your way. They're little dicks. Like, leave me be.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that's really it. Just I haven't really played it, and the werewolves are douches.
Yeah. Okay. My number 17 is Moon. Don't listen. Okay. I like Moon.
It's so high up there. Mine died at the start. Like,
like okay, this isn't like super high on my list. It's like middle. This is mid-tier map. I think at the time it was super cool, and playing it on BO3 because I didn't play Moon on BO1, but I saw it, and looking at it, it's just a cool concept. Especially because Moon came with the 4 remasters, yeah, for BO1. It came with all the World at War remasters, which was cool. But Moon in itself, I think it's super fun to play with friends. I think it's or solo. It's just a fun ass map. I love the gravity. It's funny as shit. Like the Idodome with the jump pads, those are so fucking funny. I love that shit. It humors me to play that. The reason it's like mid tier for me is the excavators are really annoying. I really do not like the excavators, like the saw blades that go through the map. Those are freaking annoying as shit. And then also the astronaut who like seal their perks, that's really annoying as well. But overall, I really like Moon. Like I think it's a fun map to play. Dalton hates Moon, and he doesn't understand why I like it, but I like it.
Okay.
And Space Dog is cool too. Okay, 16.
Gotta get up for this, because
Oh god.
Doug's probably gonna fucking question me. Knocked.
What the fuck? What?
Yep, I like Knocked. I like Knocked that much.
Why the fuck do you like Knocked so much?
Original Knocked, the knife mechanic was screwed. It was a pretty fun map. I'd go for around like 20 in that and then kind of just end it because it's boring. But BO3 Knocked is where it's at in my mind because it has the Thunder Gun, the Mark II. You can do some really cool stuff with Gobblegums and challenges. It's just a really... You can do a lot of cool challenges for high rounds in a close quarters map.
Hey, I can see that, yeah. That's actually a good point.
It's really... like these few, at this point it's kind of the mid, so it's really like the challenges. It's like what I'm just like I like that because I can do this. I like that because I can do this aspect. And then the top 10, it's like those boys are gonna be like gameplay,
we're getting close
Easter
to that.
egg, and all that. And we still have other topics to talk about. I love this.
Okay, my 16 is Zetsubo no Shima.
In all honesty,
like,
I can understand that because you're not me.
Okay, like here's the thing. It was in Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 3 maps aren't that low for me, because all Black Ops 3 maps are good maps. My problem with Zet is, first, like, I'm just saying when it came out, I don't want to judge it too much on its release, because Treyarch had problems with that, and it's not their fault. But it had a lot of problems on release. The bugs were bad, and the one thing that Treyarch did, like, it was a Treyarch decision to do, was make the doors cost, like, 1 billion points, and they nerfed them after the community was angry about it. So, that's the one thing, but also...
The bunker is still 10k.
Like, the main thing I have with it is the challenges I don't like. Because, like, there's no Easter egg, yeah, where you're forced to do challenges. 9, they're not hard challenges, but these you have to go out of your way to do, and they're difficult. Like, killing Thrashers before they turn into Thrashers, you have to be dead on with that. Killing a Thrasher in 1 hit before it gets angry, you have to, like, try for that. Like, that type of thing is just really annoying to me. It was good for high rounds, and me and Dalton had a lot of fun times on high rounds.
Well, dude, we hit 7th in the world first try.
Yeah, I just think that, as a whole, Zet wasn't, like, too good. But, like, again, it's mid-tier map for me. That's, like, right in the middle for me, because it's Black Ops 3, and in the end, Black Ops 3 is just... It's a good fucking game, so... Yeah.
Okay.
Number 15.
You're not gonna like me.
Burger King foot lettuce.
Okay. Okay. Buried.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude,
For
remember all the good
pure
times?
fact, it's too easy.
Yeah, okay.
It's the only,
I knew
only
you were gonna
bad
say
thing
that.
about Buried. It's a very fun map. Wonder Weapon's cool. Vulture Raid, amazing perk. I hate that it was never brought back. I hate that it was never brought back. It's kind of brought back in BO4, but...
Leroy was kind of tedious at times, to be honest.
Yeah, like how Lex even said, it's like, he gets annoying after a bit, like... But yeah, Buried, in my mind, it's too easy. The witches were kind of annoying. And yeah, the maze was fun at times, but it did get annoying if, like, you weren't set up, so you had to do it at, like, the end of the round.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of cool how you could get that free perk if you did the piano thing and all that with the ballistics.
Also, the bank...
The bank
like,
system
I
was
appreciate
kind
the
of
bank,
overpowered.
but it was OP shit, yeah.
Especially the fact that you could do the second thing glitch.
Yeah, the time bomb was cool, but it was, like...
Oh yeah, I
Jimmy
forgot about the time
Zielinski
bomb.
didn't think that one.
And the
he
Easter egg's also weird.
Out.
You have to pick one side or the other, kind of like transit. It's like, what?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll talk more about Braid when I get there, but my number 15, I'm really sad to put it here. I don't like doing this to Black Ops 3 maps, but it's Shadows.
What the fuck?
And no, again, this is like the mid-tier, but Shadows, just like my Shangri-La, it's the 4-person Easter egg.
Easter egg?
It's the 4-person Easter egg. I don't... though there's 2 things, actually. 4-person Easter egg's 1, and also the fact that it was the first map on Black Ops 3, and it introduced 1 perk, which was Widow's Wine, took out PhD Flopper, which I think was a bad decision on Treyarch's part. Like, since I'm in the game developing, like, I look at a lot of game choices and think, what could I have done that's better? And here's what I would have done. At that point, the community was dying for Banana Colada to be added, because it was literally a Black Ops 3 alternative, because they announced
and
a sliding thing.
And it was a meme in the community.
Yeah, but it was a Black Ops 3 alternative to PhD Flopper, because there's no flopping.
Mm-hmm.
And Black Ops 3 had no real explosive weapons other than the Mustang and Sally, or the Bloodhound, whatever you call that, I forget what it's called, and the XM53, but nobody used those anyways.
Yeah, the XM was, unless you used it for the Horizon boss fight.
Yeah, so I don't understand why they didn't just put, because it would have been like a really cool like community perk, like that'd been so good. And then wait to introduce Widow's Wine in Zetsubo, the map where it was created.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was just a bad decision, because and especially because I think it's cool because it's a weird map. It's not like traditional, like too distant. Like it has like the whole freaking tentacle monster. Like that's sick.
There's meatballs on the map, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, But just in total, I think it mainly comes down, for me, the Easter egg is just 4-person, and I don't like it. And the cutscene is also cool, but it's over too fast and not enough going on. And we never see the characters again, so
Yeah.
because the universe is
Okay.
imploded after that. Right. Number 14 for you.
Classified.
You know, actually, I can see that.
For the, I liked it in all honesty better than the original for the pure fact of there's no Pentagon Thief, which I liked.
Yeah, that's the main thing
It,
that brings it up for me.
it's lighter, so you can see where the fuck you're going.
Yeah, and it's
Um,
also Black Ops 4 engine.
Yeah, Black Ops 4 engine with the better guns and the pack-a-punch system, which I really like.
There's no fucking double tap 1.0.
Yeah, there's no double tap 1.0. Nova crawlers are still a thing, sadly. The it's a pretty good, decent map to play with, especially with friends. Like if you get 4 people on there, you can have fun.
Oh yeah, yeah for sure.
Like we've
Yeah,
had
so
fun
it's-
on there. That's why I'm like, yeah, I really like that map.
It's not the best because like for you, you put it, yeah, you put it like almost the same spot as me. It's not like really the best because there's not much to offer because Easter egg is just around 150, and right now it's super hard to get there because game crashes. But
I don't even
like
consider
overall,
that an egg. That's just a high round.
it's a decent, yeah, it's a decent map. It's okay. Okay, my 14 is Verrückt.
I'm surprised you put it this high.
I like Verrückt because the thing is, again, I didn't play it, but I wish I like when I was a little kid and like on World at War, but I wish I did because that would scare the shit out of me, to be honest. Like literally just hearing the voices and whispering, that would scare the shit out of me as a little kid. And it introduced perks. It's a narrow map that makes you better at zombies. I'm not talking BO3, I'm talking BO4 or what? World at War.
DLC 5.
No,
No.
I think it.
Do not
I
do it.
appreciate it. There's no dogs, so I mean the max ammos come less, but on a narrow map like that, no dogs I think is a good choice because fuck that. And yeah, I think it was just fucking lit. It's a sick ass map. Also, I think they did better in my opinion than Nuketown because Asylum was the World at War multiplayer map, and they turned Asylum into Zombie Verrückt. And I think they did it very well. They, I don't know, they just did it really cool, and it was a good DLC one. So, yeah, that's why I like Verrückt.
Number 11.
Number 13, what the fuck are you?
Oh, 13. Okay. 9.
I can see that.
It's a good map.
That's
In all
pretty high.
honesty, it's a very good map. But Voyage, in my opinion, it's better for the fact of it's a little bit difficult. 9, it caters to you. It straight up caters to you. Oh, if
Yeah,
you
like I was
knife
talking
this, it
participation
teaches you how to
trophies.
do the challenges. You see that blue door, and that's the thing, that ring in the bottom, it's so easy to get around the map. It's just a circle underneath. And then,
Yep.
yeah, it's not that difficult as a map. It's straight up just circles on different floors.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, if you're,
The Easter
like
egg's
how we
good.
were
I
talking
enjoy
earlier,
the Easter
we are
egg.
talking like participation trophy, like that's the main. Like, oh wow, you got the Death of Orion from the box. It's literally the easiest thing in the world. Even getting it for free is super freaking easy. Like, a lot of the shit is really getting Pack-a-Punch seems like a big thing, but it's not. It's
Just
literally
killing
just killing a
stuff.
bunch of shit. Yeah, it's just killing shit. So, I can see that. But again, 9 is a good map. I think 9 is a good beginner map. My number 13 is Classified, so it's like around where your Classified was, because it's on BO4 and there's no Pentagon Thief. So yeah, and also the Pack-a-Punch on it I really enjoy. I think
Oh,
going to Area
how it's,
51, that's sick as shit.
Oh yeah, it's you don't build it, you just teleport.
Yeah, you teleport to Area 51, which is kind of sick because I don't think they've ever done that in a map where you go back to an older map.
I wish they gave you a
So-
timer though, so that they let you knew when you're gonna get booted.
Yeah. Well, like after I think 4 turns, 3 maybe, you can stay there forever, which is good for high rounds. If the game wasn't so unstable, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Classified is a Liddy map. Okay, number 12 for you.
Voyage.
I can see that.
For the
Mainly
fact
because the
of,
Easter egg?
um,
Or just for the challenging
I would
aspect?
say it's actually a pretty balanced map once you know how to get set up on it. It has its fair share of training spots, and the fact of you can train at spawn, you can train at the Sentinel artifact. The wonder
You can
weapon,
train in
it's
the engine room
very
as well.
good. It has four different variants, kind of like the ice staffs, and sure, it's you get to pick which one's good, but they also have their own purpose during the Easter egg, kind of like
Plus
Origins.
the
So they kind
main
of
the main
remake
one,
that aspect.
even if you don't like on Horizon Direct, the main bow is pretty trash. But the main Kraken, if you just pack a punch it and don't even use an upgrade, it's still
It's
good.
pretty decked out.
It's really
They
good.
even recommend it for the boss fight.
Yeah. So yeah, I can see like the main reason I put Void so low is because I'm big on Easter egg like importance and shit like that.
Like significance to the story of everything.
Yeah, and just like the vibe that Treyarch gives, and I just don't think they hit the mark with this one. But I can see that. Like I understand that. If you like Voyage a lot, I get that. Okay, my number 12 is Derice. Cause looking at all the Derices, World at War is broken as shit.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. And Black Ops 3, I put it pretty high. Like number 12 is pretty high. Like it's almost in top 10 territory because again, it's cool. Like it introduced Pack-a-Punch and they did some good stuff with it. It's just I don't know, there's just not much to do. Like Pack-a-Punch again, it's like participation. Wow, you linked 3 teleporters. You got Pack-a-Punch. Good job. It's just to me it doesn't challenge me at all. But yeah, Derice is just like an average, above average, but not high map for me. Okay, what's your number 11?
The giant.
Okay, yep. Basically the same spot as me. Why did you put it there?
I'm talking the remastered Black Ops 3 for the pure fact of doing high rounds on that map. It's so peaceful.
Yeah, I know, you did this shit a lot, eh?
Yeah, I'd still, in all honesty, would be down to this day to go for around 100 on that map.
Yeah, it was a good header on that.
You just don't open that Shiva door and you're set.
Okay, Derice does not have much, or the Giant doesn't have much to talk about. I'm gonna go for number 11, and mine is Revelations. It's like it's high, it's high, but it's not high enough for some people. But I fucking hate the Easter egg on Revelations. I never want to do it again, to be honest. I legitimately like, I did so. The thing is, it's not like I've done the Easter egg so many times and I never want to do it. I attempted Revelations 3 times and I got on my third try, and that was my first try on stream. I did it one time at fucking Dalton's house. It's literally
Yeah,
weird.
I woke up and he was just doing the Easter egg. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Well, I woke up the first time and he was just starting out, and then I woke up a few hours later and he was like in the boss fight.
Yeah, I was in the first boss fight. The thing is with Revelations,
And then I got up and
easy.
I got up and started helping him. I'm like, you try this.
Yeah, because the one thing I couldn't throw the summoning key at the Kino thing. It just didn't work. I don't know why.
Yeah, then did your game crash?
And yeah, no, it literally Revelations is a good map. It's not a good DLC 4 map. It's just the Easter egg doesn't make any sense for some of the steps, and they're really shit steps. It's kind of like you go on a map from Grod Krovi, which is challenging and makes you better at the game, to a map like Revelations, where you can get to round 115 by sitting in a spot and shooting a portal gun. Like, what the frick? That's how I got to 115. I literally just sat in a corner and shot the most OP weapon in the history of Wonder Weapons. So, I think that's the main reason that it's just kind of, the Easter egg is kind of shit, and it's not a good DLC 4 map. The boss fight is pretty ass.
Yeah.
And it's easy as shit. Yeah. Okay, what's your number? Now we're going to top 10. So top 10 territory. These are the good maps, like really fucking good.
Okay.
Number 10. If you put some shit, I swear to God, if it's... Oh. Okay, I thought you were gonna say Nuketown. Wait, you haven't said Nuketown. Wait a minute. You haven't said Nuketown.
I know I haven't said Nuketown. It's coming
Oh
up.
my god. Okay.
Ascension.
Ascension.
High rounds
Why?
were amazing on the classic
Yep.
and on the remaster. It doesn't really matter. Sure, the monkeys are a pain in the ass, but all you do is get 4 perks if you're running high round, and you just get like Stamina Up Jug, Quick Revive, Widows. No, you get speed. You really have to pick if you want to have more defense, but it's like you don't have a shield, and on that map you have the Thunder Gun and the Mark II, so you can kind of like just train up and be a boss, and the monkeys don't come every that often, and usually you can manage it because you wait till the perk flashes and then you haul it to that perk.
Yeah,
And that's the thing,
like,
if
I'll
the
talk about
monkey
this
takes
more with
away
me,
your
but
perk, you can buy it back. It doesn't count as you lost it.
mhm. um okay, my number 10 is 9. I put 9 really fucking high. I think 9 is a good, like, again, it's kind of easy. The Easter egg is a little challenging at parts, but I think 9 is a great map for one. Like, Voyage,
I would
you
say it's a
have to
really good
really,
beginner map, like you said.
it's a good beginner map, and you want the beginner map
I
to
would say
make
9 and
your,
Revelations are 2 maps that it would be very good for people to start on.
yeah. Like, you want your beginner's map to make people like your characters.
Hmm.
On Voyage, to like the characters, you have to get into Voyage. Like, and the only character that I like when I play Voyage is Shaw. Because Shaw's quotes are fucking hilarious. I love Shaw. He's funny as fuck. Like, he does drugs and shit, it's funny shit. But on 9, each character has really good quotes, and they come out often. You don't need to get into it, but when they say shit, it's funny, it's good. And it's a beginner map, and the Easter egg, the boss fight is sick.
Hmm.
Like, fighting an elephant, then that's sick. Alright?
An undead
But yeah.
war elephant, which is cool.
Yeah. But like the lore behind 9 with the gods and shit, that's just cool. Alright. So
Yeah.
top 10 map for me. Um but yeah, what's your number 9? I'm scared now. Your top 10 I'm actually scared for, because I know there's some maps you haven't mentioned yet that I literally hate.
Nuketown.
Fuck off. Why?
Nuketown is a good map, okay? It's a good
You're
map.
telling me you would rather play any other map other than like 8 other maps. You'd rather play any you would rather play Nuketown over any other map. What is wrong with you? What the frick?
It's a perfect mix of challenge and skill,
My brain hurts.
because you get quick revive first time every time, so you always have quick revive. That's how it works. So you have quick revive, you don't have to worry about that. You get into the proper backyard of the house, and you make sure you have that strat for training, and you just have that set up. And once you know how to train, you can straight up do whatever you want on that map. And I can train like a crackhead, so I can just do whatever I want on Nuketown. Dude, I can get everything to drop out of the sky in one game. Easy. It's not that difficult for me, because I've trained so much. I've played that map so much.
I'm just sitting here in disbelief that you put that shit at number 9.
I have my list. I can show you a picture.
What the fuck? Nah, I feel like Nuketown, I get it. I can see it with like the training and shit. I can't. I don't. Oh my, oh my god. Okay. My number 9 to number 9 is, my number 9 is Dead of the Night.
That's
I really
interesting.
like Dead of
Well,
the
you've
Night.
also played it a bit more than me.
Yeah, I think the Pack-a-Punch is awesome. The way you get it. It's not like easy as shit, but it's like when you figure, like, when the first time I did it, like, I was figuring it out in my head, and I was looking at it, I was like, oh, so this is what, because it shows you something that you have to go do, and it's like, oh, okay, I have to do this and this and this. And the werewolf part of it, I think it's sick. The one thing I don't like is the vampire. I don't like the vampires, but the werewolves are sick, and it gives me a lot of Buried vibes. The Wonder Weapon is really good. Like, you haven't gotten it, I don't think, but the Wonder
I
Weapon
don't
is
know.
dope, and it's pretty easy to get once you know what you're doing, but like to figure it out on your own is pretty difficult. The upgrade is sick. I haven't done the Easter egg yet, but the cutscene is sick as shit. I like the cutscene a lot. It's cool. But yeah, Dead of the Night, sick map, buried vibes. Okay, you're number 8. What is it?
Okay. Zetsuba.
Oh my god. Damn.
Oh, for one, Zetsuba's a map, in all honesty. The Easter egg is very enjoyable. The map, I
Yeah,
didn't
that's true.
play it when it was glitchy as shit, so it never got ruined for me.
Yeah, I can see that actually.
And I played it so much with Trailer and all the boys, like with the Sandstorm clan back in the day when I was in my prime of zombies and doing. I've done the Zetsuba Easter egg probably over 12 times.
Yep.
Easily. Like, me
Yeah,
and you have done it with classic Gobblegums.
that is the map that I think it works. Wait, like if you want
And
to
the
like
Wonder
it, you'll
Weapon
like
is
it.
pretty good for the map, I'd say. For the map, it's good. Especially the Skull of Nansakwe.
Oh yeah, for sure. The
And the
map is
shield, the
literally
lightning shield, is kind of interesting, but it's not the best shield in the game. We all know
it's a
GK
shit ass
holds
shield.
that.
Oh yeah. Nah, the Easter egg is enjoyable. Um, the map itself is good. I think it's fun. It's just like for me, it comes down to the challenges. But honestly, like if you like that, props. Fucking slit. Okay, my number 8 is Buried. Just
I
because
can understand why you put Buried so high. You played it a bit.
all the memories I had with Zach on that shit, fucking lit. The Paralyzer is cool. The Ray Gun Mark II is amazing. It's my favorite ray gun out of all of them. It's one of my favorite wonder weapons of all time. The Mark II is just so beautiful. The Time Bomb is sick. The Bank, I appreciate. Okay, it made things easy, but I appreciate. And just the whole like Western vibe is just so sick to me. Like that's so. It hasn't really been done other than in Dead of the Night. It hasn't really been done in any other map. So I think yeah, Buried is a great map. So it's like it's a classic. Um, what's your number 7? Don't even.
Shadows of Evil.
I'm gonna leave this fucking call. That's some kind of shit.
It's a good map. Okay, the
I'm not
Easter
saying
egg.
it's bad, but it's
Sure,
not.
the
It's not number
flag.
7.
For me, it is because it's a map where the Wonder Weapon is really fun to get. To upgrade, the upgrade of it is even better. Like you straight up get to just slay Margwas, and it's so fun. Because if you do it properly, you just do it once around, and you can straight up. It's one of the most interesting concepts because your friends can kill your Margwas for you. So you can get your buddy to come with you, you throw your egg down, and then you kill his, so they can just haul it off, and then they can be safe, and it's less chances.
I could see that. If you, like Shadows again, like every BO3 map is good, and Shadow started off really strong. I think it was a pretty good map. Like me, like I'm big into Easter eggs, so that's why I don't really like it that much. But I think like as a whole, Shadows is a pretty fun map to play. It's high rounds, Easter egg, but as a whole, like if you're just looking at as map layout, map statistics, like it's really nice.
Hmm.
Okay, my number 7 is Kino der Toten.
I'm surprised that
I
you put it so high up.
Yeah, I put Kino really high. I would have put it higher, but I played it way too much. Like I can't play Kino on any game. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 3, I can't because I just don't have any fun anymore. I played Kino way I the reason it's so high for me though is because every single day when I stopped playing zombies with anybody because I wanted to get better, every day I came home from school and I either played Mob or I played Kino. And there was a point where I just stopped playing Black Ops 2 and I just went into Black Ops 1 and I played Kino every single day for like a month straight. And I just remember having so much fun just sitting there, just training and using the Thunder Gun. And like my first time getting round 30 was on Kino and I was like, oh my god, like I did it. Like round 30, I'm one of the big boys now, even though I'm still pretty shit. But you know,
Yeah.
I just felt so good about myself. Like that map, just it brought it for me. It was Nova crawls are annoying, but it's like it was fun. And I remember it was my first map that I really tried new things on. Like I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna train like everybody else does. I'm gonna sit behind this trap and see what happens, or I'm gonna go in the alleyway and train out there and see what happens. And it was just a map for me that like really made me enjoy zombies. Other than mob, it made me really enjoy zombies a lot. But yeah, it would be like number 5 and number 3, but it's just like I played it way too much and it's just not enjoyable for me to play anymore. So yeah. Okay, number 6.
Revelations.
Ooh, that's
For the fact
ooh.
of Revelations is one of the most high round pleasing maps ever, as you and I both know, because you can
Yep.
camp and it's hilariously fun. Or if you want to train, you can train, but it's fun for the first little bit. The Easter egg is enjoyable if you have a squad. Like if you have a squad, it's one of
Yes,
the
that
most.
yeah,
It's a
that's the main
very
thing. If you,
enjoyable Easter egg.
yeah.
Same with Origins. Like Origins is one of those squad Easter eggs. It's just like, oh my god, it's so satisfying to get it done.
Yep. I can see that. In a squad, the Easter egg gets by really quick. It's just solo for me because
I
I
also
main
played
solo Easter egg.
Revelations back with trailer and all them, like so we were Easter egg,
Yeah.
Easter egg. Like it would be like me and trailer, and we would run one person. Say we would probably have 2 or 3 main people on at a time, and then we would just pick 1 or 2 other people and run them through eggs. So we would be doing eggs like 3 times a day.
Yeah. I can get that. Yeah, Rev was fun. Rev was a fun map. If you don't look at the like, if you don't look and nitpick, I think Rev was a good map. I just don't think it was a good DLC format, but it's a good fucking map.
Like
Um,
if you want to do certain things, and yeah, it's a good, really good map.
yeah, yeah. My number 6 is Ascension, super high up as well.
Number 6 for Ascension, I can
Cause
understand.
because like again, after I finished with Kino, after I played that a lot, I went to Ascension to make me like learn more stuff and play more maps. And there was the first deal like besides Mob, it was one of the first DLCs I've ever played. And first of all, Ascension brought so many new things to the table. PhD Flopper, my favorite perk ever, and Stamina Up, my favorite perk from BO4. And then like the
Stamina Up's been
monkeys,
a really close perk to me ever since BO2 with training.
yeah. You got the monkeys, you got the Matryoshka dolls, and you have the Gersh device, which is sick. The storyline was awesome with Gersh. You had the
Thunder Gun.
Thunder Gun. Also, yeah. I was
An
gonna say something
interesting way
else.
for the Pack-a-Punch with the Lunar
Oh yeah,
Landers.
yeah. Pack-a-Punch was sick, and also yeah, the main thing is the first Easter egg ever. Like it was the
Yeah.
first Easter egg ever put in the game, which was like just started like a whole new trend. And it wasn't like one of those little baby Easter eggs where like on
It
Kino,
took
like you knock on the
time.
door.
Like you just
It literally
switched
like
guns. You had
you
needed people.
yeah, you had to get insane box luck, and it was the first thing that actually gave you a reward. You got a perkaholic for it, which was great,
If
and
it
it kind
gave
of
you an
set the
achievement,
mood.
that would have been the best.
Yeah, but at least it gave you like a perkaholic, which you couldn't get ever in zombies before, which was sick. It's just an innovative map, and for a beginner like me when I was back then, it kind of challenged me with like the whole perk thing, but also it was just like fun for me to play and train and shit. But yeah, that's my number 6. All right, now we're going to number top 5. All right, these are the best maps ever
Okay.
made.
I'm gonna say this, but instantly, because you know me, so the map to follow this, it'll back my reasoning why. Gorad Krovi at number 5.
Mm,
For the whole
ooh,
reason of it's one of my favorite maps overall for gameplay aspects. It brought back the
yeah,
PPSH, which straight up made me extremely happy. The Valkyries I don't really find that annoying. The Easter egg, it goes so well with the map. The fact that the Gauntlet of Siegfried, there's the dragon, there's the fist, and then there's the dragon fire breath. So there's 3 versions of that. You have the Mark III, which it has the ray gun bit, the slowing bit, I think it's the Gersh bit, and when you combine them together, it
yeah,
like acts as a Gersh device and just go and kills everything.
yep.
It's an extremely nice map. I I feel it did very well. It's also one of the
So
maps that brought the community into insanity, especially with the Z house.
yeah, so wait, why did you put it at number 5 then?
Because the maps following are better in my mind.
Okay. My number 5 is Blood. Blood of the Dead.
I can see that. I understand that.
Blood is a map to me that does justice to Mob, but also does its own thing. The reason I
It
put it number
does,
5
because it's a
though,
different bit of the story. It's later on, I
yeah, and
believe.
the story is amazing. Like the Easter egg, the cutscene's amazing. I love it so much. The only
It
reason it's number 5 is because it's like it's I don't know. There's
in
something about
story,
it that
if we were to
just
go to story sense, I would say it's my favorite map ever, for the whole fact of Blood of the no Mob of the Dead was one of the most amazing maps and breathtaking in the story with the mobsters and all that. It was kind of the start of the zombie
yeah.
storyline, and the fact of how it tied in Al Arlington, it tied in everyone, it tied in Brutus, it brought all the questions that we've been trying to find for a while to an end. It was just so, oh my god, and it just kind of sunk, and it's like,
Hmm.
wow.
Yeah, because I remember doing the when we did the Easter egg,
I was just, I'm
when
like, wow, fuck.
when you find out that Al is the bird, and you find out that when the ghosts start attacking Brutus, it's the
It's the
mobsters.
boys.
It's like
Yeah, I'm working
good
on it
job.
right now.
Yeah, it's so good. Like the other maps are just higher for me just because, um, in a whole sense, they're just better than Blood. But I think Blood is an amazing map. I really like Blood.
It's
Okay,
phenomenal.
yeah, and the Easter egg is great. Actually, the main reason it's number 5 also is the Easter egg solo is not enjoyable at all. There's some steps where you have to stand still for like 2 minutes and not fun. But
Hmm.
other than that, great map. Okay, number 4. What's your number 4?
Oh, my number four, Blood of the Dead.
Yeah, okay,
For the
I
pure
get that.
reason of, like I said, it tied in the entire story. It did amazingly in that aspect. I like it's one of the maps. It's straight up one of the far maps that I would go back and play. I would play it. Like it's like even recently, even finding just playing Blood of the Dead is so fun because I know how to upgrade the magma gat. I can upgrade the shield. I can get things done. I can set up fully. It's a
Yeah.
really fun map.
And it's one of those maps that it probably won't get like as boring to play because there's so much to do. Every time we play it, we always just start the bird step just for fun, just for no reason at all. And like it's gonna be a good map over the summer to grind out dark matter and zombies, which is gonna be lit.
Hmm.
So yeah, Blood of Dead, basically same explanation as mine. It's just a fucking great map. My number 4 is gonna piss you off because it's not higher up. It's the Rise and Drak. Yeah.
I'm not mad though because number four is a good placement. As long as it's in top five, I won't be mad.
Yeah, the Horizon, the only reason it's not higher is because it's way too easy, and it's literally like Treyarch playing it the most safe that they could ever do.
It's an
They took the
easier
two
version
best
of
map.
Origins.
They took the two best maps ever made, Origin, well, up to that point, Origins and Mob, and they put them together and made Horizon Rock and made it really easy. That's the main reason why it's so low, because they didn't take any risks with that map. But it's cool. Like it brought a lot of good things to zombies, and they brought back a bunch of cool shit. The Ragnaroks are awesome.
Yeah, when I saw
The
those, I'm
Easter egg
like,
is amazing.
ah, the Easter egg's
I will
an amazing
I will run
egg.
the Easter egg a million times and never get bored of it because it's the Rise and Rock.
And you can
It's
always just go
so
in with
good.
different weapon combinations
Yep, it was the first Easter egg really that
to have a boss
got the
fight.
emotions going. Oh yeah, the first main boss fight, but also with the cutscene. Like for me,
Yeah.
it wasn't that emotional, but I
Me,
know
I was
like
just like,
people when they
damn.
watched it, they were like, "Oh my god, what did Dempsey just do? What did he have to do?" And blowing up the moon, that's sick. But
Yeah, when I saw
yeah,
Dempsey kill himself, I'm like, oh my god.
yeah. But that's my number 4, Rise and Rock. Good map, a bit too easy, but it's okay. All right, what's your number 3?
Mob of the Dead.
Okay,
In the
I'm not
sense
gonna say
of
anything.
the
I'm just.
acid gat worked.
Oh yeah, wow. You actually got instant shit.
It was a thing.
Blood
In
of
all
Dead.
honesty, original blood, original mob. Sorry, I feel, I feel it's better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the
Oh,
whole
100%.
fact of the crew was really awesome for Black Ops 2. It was really an innovative map besides Origins. And yeah, it's just the story was really interesting. The Wonder Weapon was amazing. The fact that you used the Hell's Retriever and you got this free Wonder Weapon, and then you could upgrade that Hell's Retriever to the Hell's Redeemer,
Yeah.
which was
How
overpowered.
literally
And then you had the
how
bridge,
you
which was one of the best training spots ever
yeah, you use equipment to get
to get
more
the
equipment.
Wonder Weapon.
Like to get the Wonder Weapon. And the bridge, like just flying. I'll talk about this when I get to Mob Vid for me, because we'll talk about it. Because I fucking love Mob Vid. But listen, okay, the flying thing, that's the sickest thing ever. Come on, a plane, that's dope.
How to get to Pack-a-Punch, it's probably the coolest, and the fact that you could throw the tomahawk at the back and it would just spin.
Yeah, there's so many little things in that map that
Everybody
it,
get your shields out, be safe.
Yeah.
Damn it, Nick, this is... And then Nick getting left.
Yeah, that's funny.
He's gonna comment, why you boys?
Like there's little rituals that you do every game. Like every time we fucking fly and we're like, who the fuck is the pilot? Who's flying us? Like every time you throw your tomahawks as well. Like it's a great map.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk more about Mob later when I get into mine. But my number 3 is Origins,
Bruh.
because there's 2 maps that are, in my opinion, better than Origins. But
Yeah, I haven't
Origins?
heard Guard Crovey yet. I'm feeling Skorad and Mob of the Dead
listen,
together.
Origins, statistically, is the second best map ever. I'm not gonna say, okay, I like Garad Crovey, but when it was made, it was the best map ever made, and it held that title for about 4 years. And if a map can do that, it's top tier. Origins, when it came out, was literally the most innovative thing ever made.
Even when it got remastered, everyone was really happy.
Oh yeah, I still play the remastered.
When they had the Staff of Ice, and then they fixed that shit. It was nice. The
Staff of Water.
Like,
No, but and looking at it, the main reason also when people say, yeah, well, Transit's a good concept if they just had better hardware for it and saw like
the concept is good, but it's not
but,
top tier good.
Yeah, if they did Transit, they could have done it better on PS4. Well, look at Origins. Origins is a miracle that they got that done. I don't know how they got Origins done, but they couldn't get Transit done, but they did it. And the way that they did it was amazing. I think Origins, the fact that they could make Origins on last gen,
especially when they had robots that would come in the distance.
yeah, when they had to construct
in.
3 giant robots, like that's so good. Or the staffs are amazing. I just think Origins is a great map.
The Easter egg in itself was probably by far in its time the best Easter egg there was.
Oh yeah.
Still
and
to
even
this
until,
day, I'll argue it's one of
GK,
the best Easter eggs ever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. That it's yeah. And you really needed skill to play that map. You needed to be good.
Even still today, you need skill to play Origins.
Yeah.
Even remastered.
And just to quote the Z House on this, all of them agreed. For a lot of the maps, there's a limit to what you can work on. With Origins, there's no limit. Origins,
you're always
can't,
improving a smaller little thing.
Yeah. It's down to your minor movements. It's down to your decisions. It's very decision based to get your staffs early on. All that stuff. It's
like
it's just a great
if
map.
anybody has seen my stream, I had 2 staffs almost getting ready by round 6. Like to get them upgraded to ultimate form, I had them about done on round 6.
Yeah, like it's very immersive that way. So I think it's good.
And
We can talk more about Origins when.
And that's me just thinking about going.
Yeah, we can talk more about Origins when you get to it because it's higher up on your list.
Okay.
But yeah, Origins is a great map. Okay, what is your number 2?
Origins. As you say it's higher up on your, I'm like, it's next. It's not that high up.
Okay. Yeah,
but
Origins is a fucking great map.
yeah, it's like Origins is by far is my second favorite map.
And they brought back PhD. Come on, dude, PhD flopper. Yeah.
They
fucking great perk.
did they bring it back?
Yeah, it was in the
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I was thinking remastered for a bit.
Oh no, and BO2.
But just like Origins is a total map. It's a very good map in the sense that if you play solo, what you do, it's pretty much, if you're gonna go for a solo Easter egg run, this is what your mindset has to be. Spawn in, grab the Maxis drone piece, grab that shovel, preset that panel, hit that generator, get it active, do that, get the double points, do 2 shots into the zombies' chests, knife them, get to the first gen, get that active, and you want to get about first 3 gens and the ice disc and all your stone and crap
Hmm.
grabbed by round 2.
Yeah.
And you usually want to be out. You want to have at least 2 staffs done, like ready by round 6, if you want to do it productively, and you want to get your upgraded monkeys by round 10, 11.
Hmm. Yeah, Origins again is a map that you can. They're
Like
always
if you
working
can
to
get
get
your
better on it.
monkeys, like Pat, he did an amazing speed run. Hasn't he beaten? Isn't he better than Lex at Origins? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, he is. He
Yeah,
literally streamed
yeah,
Origins
he
every day.
streamed it daily for like weeks. I watched it,
And
but
also, I
like,
think it's cool
I would
how
just watch him do it. I'm like, okay.
like look at all of Black Ops 2 and you have the shittest guns in the box, and then go to Origins, and you have like the Mark II, and the staffs really help. They took out the RPG, and the War Machine is still in there, but like other than that, you have the
Um,
SMR, and the guns are good. Like you can use a lot of the guns because it's not really training based. Like using guns training, it's more like staffs training.
yeah,
So making a really good wonder weapon,
guns are
which
more for
wasn't
Panzer.
it wasn't really done before other than Mob. Like with Zelensky never made a good wonder weapon, I don't think. Like he made the Winter's Howl and he made the jet gun. Two terrible wonder weapons. He
No.
made this Look of Fire and then he made that trash too. So Blundell was like, you know what? Let's make a wonder weapon really good because it's supposed to be wonderful. And yeah, Origin's just a fucking amazing map.
Hmm.
Okay, my number 2. In my opinion, it's not my number 1 favorite, but the best map ever made. GK, Gerard Kirby. The best map ever made.
It's your
There's
second
not
place.
one. It's my second. It's not my favorite map ever made, but
Oh,
it's
but it
the
is the
best.
best. So you're saying like best
Like in my
statistically,
opinion.
but it's not your
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah. The Easter egg flows so well with gameplay. Like the one thing you have to go out of your way to do is the bomb step and some of the escorts, but like a lot of the stuff you do on your way, like
Hmm.
getting the trophies. Once you're there, you just hold square and then leave. Like you don't need to go out of your way to get the trophies because they're literally on your way around
Yeah,
the map.
some of them you need the Dragon Strike for, but
Yeah, but other than that, it's like okay,
same with getting the
and
dragon. You really just grab the egg, you put it down, and you wait, and you just come check
and you
on
just
it.
chill and you just play zombies. Like it has everything to do with playing
The
zombies, and
flinger
it's
traps are actually really cool, and the fact that you can get by them as
mhm.
well. You just have to time it
I
right.
think we all know about the PPSH, big
Yes, we
fucking
do.
meme,
And the
and
FAMAS,
it's
both
and the
very good
FAMAS.
guns.
FAMAS is my favorite gun to use other than the Mark III on that map. To be honest, it's so good,
Mine's the
and I don't.
PPSH. It's my favorite weapons are, in all honesty, are like probably PPSH Mark III FAMAS.
And they brought back like the ballistic knife type thing with the reviving with the
And
shadow
that
claws,
Shadow
which was
Claws, which
sick.
is a really cool concept because you could be in the boss fight and just be like, you'd want a buddy to have those in the boss fight. Like one or two of your
Yeah.
guys just be like, fixed with the baba, and your
Yep.
team's up.
Pack a punch
And it
was
gives you their
amazing.
perks too. You get your perks.
Yep. And like the good thing about pack a punch is you can actually it's a full break from zombies. You can take a piss during that time and wash your hands
Like
like
in the time
on
to
the
like
cutscene.
the dragon cutscene, yeah, you can just.
Yeah. And the boss fight is the best boss fight ever made. There's
Yeah,
no boss fight better than that boss fight.
I
Two
can
stages of
understand that.
amazing. You kill the dragon and then you fight Nikolai. That's sick. It's so good. The cutscene was actually emotional with Nikolai talking about his wives and saying like how Nikolai at one
And
point
the
lost
intro,
like his loved ones. And the intro was my favorite intro ever too.
the Peter McKinnon
Besides
ending
Mob.
to it.
It's literally like the music is so hype. It's the Ace of Spades
Ace
music.
of
It starts
Spades,
off with a
Ace
guitar.
of
It starts off
Spades.
with a guitar riff, and it's so
Yeah.
good.
Was
I
this part of
love
your
it.
plan, McGuffin? Not exactly.
It's so good.
It's just
I just love
also just how
GK.
they enter the map. It's like, was this part of your plan? Not exactly. He's like, oh shit.
And the 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 great thing with these with my top three with Origins, GK, and my next map is they're all very aesthetically pleasing maps. So Origins, the Packledge camo was so sexy, and
Origins and Guard Krovi did amazing on their pack of punches.
Guard Krovi, their
And Mob
Pack
of the
Punch
Dead.
camo was so amazing. Like if you look at the
Afterlife?
Pack Punch camo, it's so
Afterlife
good. And
camo?
the Afterlife, amazing. And Guard Krovi is a map just like with the whole Russian vibe, so good. And it gives me a
Yeah.
big Mob of the Dead vibe, which I love. And the red-eyed zombies and everything, just so sick.
Russian
I
Manglers were a really good concept. They weren't too
The
difficult,
Manglers were really good.
but they also
Yeah.
like played to the map.
They're on Brutus level, but a little bit less because they come in a lot
They're
more often
slower.
and they're slower and they take more damage or take less damage. But yeah, that's GK, best map ever made.
Okay.
Number one.
If you've seen my channel, I think it's pretty obvious that the favorite map.
It's Burger Town.
It's there, and I might go and visit the real thing, like the boy Pat. Dreisendrach.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say transit.
For the pure, like, it's an all-around amazing map. It's the best first DLC ever in all of Zombies. The fact that they had the Ragnaroks, they brought back the Mob of the Dead feeding to get the fucking basic bow, and then it has the 4 elemental things. Like, even the worst elemental bow is still good to like
It's still good.
38,
Yep.
40. And that map,
Yep.
you train on the Death Ray, the Panzer, how their health capped at like 76, 80. Like, it's a really good map for high rounds to where, like, things cap at a certain point. The layout's really good. The Easter egg's amazing with the map, and the fact that it gives you a perkaholic afterwards. The Wonder Fizz is back. The whole story about the wolf and the king, and we learned that Leroy from Buried isn't Leroy. Syndicate named him that, and his real name's Arthur.
Yeah.
And he's
Arthur,
from the
yeah.
Reisendrach.
Yep.
And he
Just-
somehow got to
yeah,
Buried.
great story.
It's
Great
by-
story on that map. It's
it's
awesome.
it launched Black Ops 3 in the perfect direction, and that's why I feel that
Yeah.
Black Ops 3 is
That
the
is-
best zombies game ever.
The ideal DLC.
If you have a
have.
first DLC, they can just go.
You need it to hit because it
Dead of
decides
the
whether
Night
people
didn't
buy
do
the
it
season
that
pass.
good, and also Black Ops 4 in itself, like the first impression wasn't that good.
I think the reason that Dead of the Night didn't do good because it didn't have any promotional shit at all.
Okay.
Nobody knew about it till it came out.
So those are
So-
all mine. What's your number one?
Yeah.
I feel it's Mob, because you haven't said it.
Yeah, Mob of the Dead's my favorite map ever.
I
Mob
kinda
of the
figured.
Dead
I consider that or
is so
Guard Krovi.
good. Like GK is the best map ever made, but like statistically, but Mob of the Dead is first of all the first map I ever played. I went to Dalton's house and the first map he's like, "We're playing Mob of the Dead."
The
I'm like,
trailer in
oh,
itself is just
I was like, "Oh shit!" It was the
Lights
first cutscene.
out.
It introduced me to zombies. It
lights out.
introduced me to
Garbage in
zombies.
its rounds. It's like, oh.
And the vibe was so amazing, like a real life place, Alcatraz. Just the whole everything about it. Brutus, perfect boss. The guns, they took the blunderbuss, and they made it like amazing, like a fucking giant shotgun that you can upgrade to the acid jet, which was like just fantastic.
Hello, Radic D. Welcome
And
to
then
the stream.
you had the retriever, which was one of like a really new thing they did with the upgrade as well. You had the spork with the upgrade as well. And the one thing that I really like about Mob, obviously, I'm like a lot of the times where I've said Easter eggs are big on me. I've said if it's not soloable,
Dude, the
it's lower
Mob
for me.
Easter egg, in all
But
honesty.
the Easter egg on Mob, I don't care that it's not soloable.
fun.
It's my favorite
because
Easter egg.
You need to do it with
It-
friends, and with friends it's hilarious because you straight up get to hunt your friend down.
Yeah, you get to fight. But here's the thing: with Guard Cove, said that like you don't have to go out of your way as much. Sometimes you have to do bomb step and shit like that and escorts.
Yeah.
But on Mob, you can't tell me that there's zero things that you
That's out of the
actually have to
way.
go out of your way.
Because
Because
the
the
entire
one thing
map's
that
enjoyable.
the one thing that you have to go out of your way to do, kind of, is to zap the prison numbers into the thing. but that's an afterlife
Yeah.
mode. You can't get hit by zombies. So literally
Unlike in
the rest of
BO4.
the Easter egg is getting the retriever, getting the spoon,
Upgrade it.
but all of that, I do that every game I play anyway.
Yeah.
So
Because it's part
why
of your
wouldn't I get
setup.
that? Yeah, and the ending with with the whole story with the cycle, it introduced like a type of cycle, which later
It
related
was
to
the first.
Plymouth.
It was the first map of the story.
Yeah, like
Purgatory.
obviously you had like the cycle with Brock and Gary and Shangri-La, but that was like a low-key thing. This one, the whole Easter egg was based around a cycle. The whole map was based around a cycle. Every time you go to the Golden Gate Bridge, you die, you come back, that's a cycle. So the whole map on the story basis was really, really good too. And the Pack-a-Punch cam was amazing. The Tommy gun is my favorite gun of all time.
In BO2, it was better than BO4.
Yeah, and
Way
BO3 as well.
better. Way better.
It's just a great map. My favorite map ever. Also, it's the first DLC I ever bought. As soon as I got BO2, first DLC I
Okay,
bought, Mob of the
I
Dead.
feel these next two things are just kind of like smaller topics to slowly end it off because, dude, I
Yeah,
called it.
we're almost 2 hours.
Just 2 hours, man.
Yeah.
Jason Blundell being vague.
I think we should talk about this when we have Zach on
Well,
because
we can talk about
Zach's
it a
like an
little
outsider.
bit. But that's the
Yeah,
thing.
just because
He
we
kind of
want
gets
to get
sick
this
and
thing
tired
done
of
quick.
talking about zombies consistently. That's why I just wanted to think about it with you.
Yeah. Um. So, Blundell started this whole thing when he took over, and it was good at first because
It was a meme.
when Jimmy left, we were all fucking tired of Jimmy Zelensky because every map he made other than Buried in BO2 was terrible. So when Blundell came in, he was like this mysterious guy, and he made Darius before, so we know he was good. And then he came and killed it with Mob of the Dead. And as soon as you get Mob of the Dead, you know it's like he's like really mysterious because the cipher, the ADFGX cipher on the loading screen, wasn't solved for like what was it, like 6 years, something like that, like some fucking crazy shit.
And what did it
It
turn
was
out to
super
say?
hard. It was like an Origins teaser. It just said the giant is in France, but it like he was heavy on ciphers. He thought that we were gonna solve that really quickly, which is why I put some shitty fucking cipher in it. But he was like heavy on the mystery, and it was cool because Origins we didn't really see that coming, and like he all of BO3 was really mystery and it was really good. And up until DLC 5 came out, I think the mystery was ended at DLC 5. Like once DLC 5 came out, we were like, okay,
We
Black Ops
know
4.
he works on stuff in the shadows a lot.
Yeah, we're like Black Ops 4 comes out, and we're super fucking excited.
Because
Like
he did
at the
all
reveal
that
event,
he did From Blood to Chronicles, so.
yeah. So
And
on,
I saw the reveal event, it's all you heard was, "Where are we going from
dude,
here?"
when I
And
watched the
everyone
reveal,
just went,
yes, everyone started screaming. Like I almost did it in class. I remember what
I
exactly what I was saying. I was
watched it,
sitting
I
in
was
music
like,
class.
"Oh my god."
I was sitting in music, watching it live, using my data because I didn't give a shit. I was so hyped. And I was watching, and as soon as Jason walked out with the blood vials on his back, I was like, oh my god, it's happening. And as soon as he
Remaster
said,
Blood of the Dead, that guy at the fight, I saved that screenshot and I'm like, it's happening.
dude, once that happened, I heard the song, I almost got up and screamed right beside my teacher's face.
When all
I
you hear
almost
when
did
all
it.
you hear is the slight the tin, it's like, I know it. You just get that
Yep.
sense up your spine. It's like, oh no, that's blood. That is Mob of
Yep.
the Dead right there. That's mobsters
So-
and just murder.
Once that happened, I was like, okay. And then he announced all this sick shit. Like we had 4 maps on launch, which has never been done before. We had like he talked about
A
callings,
new crew.
new crew, new story, all this new stuff, with
New
custom
perks.
mutations and new perks and all that. And then the game comes out, and I personally like it, but there's a lot of problems with stability. Callings didn't come out until 2 months after, and the callings aren't good. They like the daily callings only give you plasma, which Black Ops 3 already had, and the monthly callings or the weekly ones, the seasonal ones, only give you face paints, which no one cares about.
Unless you're JC.
And yeah, I'm like face, and he starts talking about factions, a new way. Like you don't even know about factions, but they're coming out soon apparently. Factions are gonna come. We have the mastery cam was worked in the game. the maps were fun for me, but a lot of the community was like really upset. And Jason
Yeah.
said, well, I'm still mysterious and I can play this part. And no, that's once your game starts getting a lot of hate, you need to speak and control the narrative and say, okay, this is what's happening. This is what we're gonna do to fix the problem. We've done all of this for you guys, and like it's been good, but there's problems, obvious problems that we need to solve. Because ignoring the problem is what Jason has been doing, and ignoring the problem is not the smart thing to do at all.
Hmm.
So what Lex and JC suggested, which I think is a really good thing, is what Fortnite and Overwatch both do, is the head developer sits down on camera and says, look, this is what we're doing. Here's problems. We fix them. Here's a roadmap for what's ahead. They don't have to say
Even Lee
everything.
Ross.
They don't. Yeah, even Lee Ross, who he followed me on Twitter, guys. I'm fucking on this shit. But Lee Ross literally, like, he was so communicative with the people, and it was so good. And you just need to, like, talking about stuff doesn't take mystery away. Like, saying you can
It
still
adds
have a
excitement,
mysterious
like, wait,
aspect.
what? Something
Yeah,
like that's the concept that's going to be going on, and then their brains start going, what?
like, say, at least give us dates and say this is when this is happening.
Or
You don't need to say what's happening. You can say something's happening.
expect a slight change on this day that might make things a little bit more entertaining.
Yeah, but something like releasing a map without a trailer, because mystery, no, bad idea. But
And then
yeah,
there's,
hopefully going forward, it's gonna be different.
yeah, we have the one small little last thing that we talked about very vaguely was becoming big as a streamer. You were really talking about this.
Oh yeah, it is just a small thing,
Yeah,
but
just
I think
something
it's
to end
super
off
funny
as.
whenever streamers refer to chat as chat. It's like chat is its own person. I think it's like a really nice thing to just be able to talk to chat and have like your chat be a
It's a
community
community
as a
by
collective.
itself.
Because like whenever we stream, and whenever people that stream that have like say like 100 people watching them at a time, like that's good. But the people that type in chat, maybe you have 30 active people in chat, and you call all 30 of them by name because you read the chat and you say, oh, this person said this. But when you get to the point where chat as itself is getting like spammed with a bunch of people saying a bunch of stuff and they all collectively agree, or it's like emote spam or whatever, and you're just like,
Yeah.
chat, shut the fuck up, or chat, I
Like
agree
how
with you,
Lex
like
gets
that kind
called
of stuff.
gay a bunch, and there's like, I'm
Yeah,
not
like,
gay, chat. No,
like
chat.
he calls on Twitch. There's a meme. If you see the Pepe hands, like the frog emote, like it's
Yeah.
distorted, and they call that Pepega, and it's like an insult. And he's like, chat, you're Pepegas. Like all of you are Pepegas. It's the funniest shit ever. But it, like once you make it there, and that's like kind of a goal for a lot of people. Like that's when you made it. For me, I don't numbers aren't really like big for me. I don't really care about numbers at all. But when you have your own community, I think that's like JC. JC's a community guy. He has his own like whole thing. His whole channel is based on community, and you can tell that he really likes that shit. So
Yeah, I mainly try to focus on doing some competitive type stuff where I'm like constantly working on projects and all that.
yeah. But I think that's
Well,
good. We've been going for 2 hours.
this has officially been probably, yeah, definitely the longest stream that we have done for the podcast, along with, I'd probably say, the most interesting podcast to date. I don't really know because we still have the me, you, and Zach, the me, Eric, and Nick uh, talking about a bit of Fortnite stuff and probably just a few other things, along with then the duo podcast with me and Eric that's going to be happening in the next few weeks. So that was really fun. I hope everyone did enjoy this. FrostyCubez, his Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter are all down in the description below. I
Yeet.
do often post things about like little things that we're planning on working on and all that on Twitter, especially a lot of things with the infamous no lives. You can also like start doing like the hashtag infamous no lives. I've started a little bit. Hopefully it works. I don't know how starting hashtags work, so let's see how this all works. I will see you all in the next one, guys. So possibly next week I might do a stream. Before then, I'm still trying to get things all figured out. Apex is a new game that came out, which is kind of interesting. I might see how I get into that. But till then, see y'all next time, guys. Peace out, and yeah, hope you enjoyed. Bye.
If you've learned anything